So, Par, were you the biggest fan of this cover page request by
No.
420 Iron?
No.
Yeah, I don't like what Iron's cooking up here, man. Go back to the land of 420.
Why is Robin the only one big?
I think it's because she's the oldest one here, right?
Well, okay, there's Jimbe. Okay, Frankie's not here, so
Yeah,
I guess
they erased
you're right.
Frankie and Jimbe. Like, no. 420
And Brooke.
Ian did not ask for Brooke or Jimbe. Look at the request. He hates those guys, man.
He didn't ask for anybody at that point then. He
Oh,
just asked
wait,
for
what?
Jimbe.
Oh.
Jimbe as a ticket clerk for an eel? Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. In the translation I read, it had all of the Straw Hats listed. Like, Ian requested all of the Straw Hats except for Frankie and Brooke, but TCB, they don't add that part in? Or maybe it was never an actual part. I don't know.
What a wild request. Like, hey, could I have Luffy, Nami, Chopper, Sanji, Zoro, Robin, Usopp? Fuck the other guys. Like, literally,
that's what it seems like, dude.
So funny.
Yeah, Ian, he's holding a grudge, man. What did Brooke and Frankie do to him?
They're too old. He's Leonardo DiCaprioing them.
Yeah, but I mean, he brought Jimbe in, though.
I think the bigger question is, what's in the box or what's in the luggage?
Oh, probably just souvenirs. Bento.
You don't think there's like rubbings in there?
Poneglyph rubbings. Oh, imagine that.
Yeah.
The kids are having fun, none the wiser, and Robin is dealing 420 drugs with Jimbe.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Robin
That would be crazy.
Here is your weed rubbings.
Yeah, wait, also, he's a ticket clerk. Why is he serving bentos? Is that a thing? Do the ticket clerks in Japan...
I mean, it could be
Are there
two
ticket
for one.
clerks like that in the city? Is it not just like automated?
There are ticket clerks and it is automated. Yeah, there's both.
Okay, so like if you have issues,
Yeah.
Okay, that's like the MTA too.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's not that weird.
Yeah.
I was just like, wait, but okay, but the MTA, they don't like serve you bentos though. Like,
Oh, dude,
that's
let
not
me
a
tell you,
thing.
in the Japanese subways, there are bentos off the wazoo.
Oh,
Yeah, no, the Japanese
That's
subways,
awesome.
man, there's a lot of like food you can buy down there. Like,
Yeah, but-
there were days
Okay,
where
okay,
I just
that-
only ate in the subways. So clean.
that like technically the
Japan.
MTA is like that too in New York, but like because the pandemic got really screwed over, so it's not really like as far as in the subways, no. But yeah, I think I remember hearing that like in Japan, it's like they just have everything available versus in the MTA, you just gotta like go to the up. You either leave the thing and go to around the top or Port Authority. Port Authority had. I don't even know if they still have all the stuff, but like they had like Shake Shack and Chick-fil-A or whatever.
Oh, shout outs Shake Shack. Love them.
Yeah, Shake Shack's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Except that I hate, Shake Shack I hate
What?
because their name sucks. Like I got their shakes suck. Their shakes are terrible.
I haven't had their shakes
Not
before.
Good, don't. They're not worth it. It's not worth the money, and then the flavors sound so good, and then it's just like it's better everywhere else. Like it's honestly not that good, and then it's just like sad that to know that like the symbol and their name is that. Just change the name. You're a burger place first. You do dog food too. That's cool, awesome, great. But then the other part on the shake stuff is like their collabs. They're super cool sometimes, but like they kind of suck too. They had like a Korean, like a K barbecue one. That one's all right. Hot Ones was, I think, no, that one was, yeah, that one's all right.
Oh, they had a Hot
Like,
Ones collab?
They're not that
That's
good.
cool.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they had like a lot of like randomly, like I forget what it was. Like my dad randomly just called me one day and he's like, "Hey, there's like free the Chicken Shack thing, like whatever, do you want one?" I'm like, "What?" Like he hasn't called me in like a year and he calls me to ask me if I want Shake Shack. And then I'm looking at it on the thing and I'm like, "Whoa, Hot Ones."
Imagine
Whoa,
that,
okay,
dude.
Barbie,
What would the
is
equivalent
this?
be? Just like, oh, imagine Brahms came out with like a new milk formula and then all the dads that went looking for milk just came back home.
Yeah. This is kind of, I mean, the call was so random, to be fair. And it was at the worst time. I was like, I was just so dumbfounded. I was like, "I'll call you back." I had a doctor's appointment. So I was like, I don't know what just happened. Did I just imagine this call? Did my dad just ask me if I want chicken?
Could be an AI
When would he
scammer.
give it to me?
They're using your dad's
When would
voice.
it was that taking my dad's voice is one thing. Taking his cadence, that's another one. Whew. That if AI could do it like that, ooh, we would be in trouble for
Just give
sure.
it time,
For sure,
brother.
for sure.
But
Yeah, that's true.
also, like, just because your Shake Shack is bad doesn't mean all Shake Shacks are bad. And I learned that the hard way because I first went to one in Japan, and the love and attention to detail they put into your burger, brother, it was phenomenal. And I was like, yo, I love Shake Shack. I've never been to one because we don't have any here in Oklahoma. Until just recently.
What?
We got our first one last month. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we got our
I thought
first one
Shake Shack
last
was
month.
a. Oh, Shake Shack is a West Coast thing, not a
Yeah.
Southern thing, right? Yeah.
So
Oh,
I went to one in Japan.
Chick-fil-A Southern.
It was beautiful. Everything was so great, high quality. And then I was traveling back to America, and I went to the first one I saw in the airport. I was like, yeah, it's Shake Shack again, man. Let's try it out.
Oh, airport Shake Shack doesn't
Dude, it
count.
was not that good. I mean,
Yeah.
it looks like they just kind of threw it together. I'm like, I get it, right? Like, you don't want to be working right now, but come on, man.
Shake Shack's one of those things where it's dumb expensive, but
Yeah.
like sometimes when you have it, you kind of get like you get a weird feeling of like it kind of was felt like this was worth it, even though it's like a small thing. It tastes really good, but I know like everything abroad as far as like fast-ish food, because Shake Shack technically isn't fast food, but like anything abroad, it's always better for some reason. It's so crazy, and they acknowledge it. All the restaurants acknowledge it. Like McDonald's, oh my god. Once I had it abroad. Actually, I think the last time I've ever had it was abroad, but like I stopped eating it for other reasons because like, when before my I stopped eating it like college, probably earlier beforehand because I was just like, whatever. But then I had it in was it the UAE or Saudi or some shit like that, and oh my god, there was just no, and it was the same price. I'm like, bro, what are we doing? What are we doing? And then yeah, after that, I was just never went back. But I can only imagine. You've been comparing a lot of things to Japan, Dasani, Aquafina, Japan water.
It's just the default.
And
It's just my default like vacation spot.
Because yeah, the homeland.
Yeah, the homeland. I'm not even Japanese.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of Japanese and homeland, I mean, Jimbe's at home here. There's a lot of whale shark aquariums in Japan. So Jimbe is very well beloved by the Japanese people. Yeah.
What do you mean whale shark aquariums? What does that mean?
Like aquariums featuring whale sharks.
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, there's like a big aquarium on like a mini island in Japan that has like a whale shark one. And visited it. It was kind of cool.
There's one in Georgia. Oh yeah, there is one in Georgia.
Yeah, people
One of my
love
friends
whale
told me
sharks,
about it.
dude.
Yeah, whale sharks are dope, but whoa.
Yeah.
Damn, that's gotta suck.
For what?
At least
Jimbe?
it can't swim fast enough where it could just like implode. Have you seen one of those videos before?
No.
There's like certain like sharks and like there's another, I forget what fish it was. They can like they swim fast enough where like if they get like jebaited into a window, they just die. They just swim so fast into the window, they just implode, brain dead instantly.
I mean that's on brand for fish, to be honest. It's not super surprising.
Yeah. So it's lucky the whale shark is not it's not picking, it's not moving like that, Maybe it does. Hold on. Whale shark, but it probably takes a long top speed. Do we have a top speed for whale sharks?
I don't
It's probably
think they're super
10 miles
fast.
per hour?
Yeah, they're kind of slow.
That's it.
I mean,
Yeah,
look at Jimbe showing up anywhere. He's always late to the party. It's lore accurate.
Ooh.
It is
You're
lore
so
accurate.
right.
And Jimbe's fat,
Huh.
so it's like, yeah, It works, man.
Yeah, but Jimbe's still, I wouldn't say he's the slowest fishman though, right? Just because he's a whale shark, right?
If
He's just
Arlong and
slow
Jimbe had a
for a fish.
racing contest, I think Arlong would win.
Oh, I mean, yeah,
Arlong is like more aerodynamic.
Yeah.
Okay,
And he
Arlong
built
got the
different,
speed.
literally.
Jimbe has the power. Arlong is like the Flash,
yeah, I guess
unironically. Like when Arlong gets into water, he disappears.
Uh-huh.
And
Because
Jimbe,
you
when you
haven't
put
seen
him in
like
water,
1,000 chapters.
it causes like tsunamis across the globe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They're yin and yang.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. Yin and
So
yang is crazy.
anyways, on to the chapter. The hammer, it's attacking Loki. And one thing I really noticed here, and this is true for, I think, the entire chapter, but I really enjoy what Oda did with the background. Like, just seeing the castle interior, I think was, what do kids say nowadays? Poggers?
The bee's knees.
The bee's knees. Like, it's just nice, man. It reminds me of like a Dark Souls castle. Like, I just want to go in here and loot, you know what I mean? Like, there's something about Loki opening that door and looking at the treasure chest. I'm like, man, I want to loot it, brother.
Yeah, me too. I agree though. Like that was the first thing I noticed. I was like, oh wow, we're getting to, because I didn't think that like, I mean, designing things is mad hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's tedious, it's annoying, and sometimes it's just not necessary, right? But like Oda always just like does it for whatever reason. To be fair though, I think some of these things are things he hands off to his editors at this point, because it's like at the start of the arc when he like establishes the environment design, he like hands it over, and then because it's not moving, it's not it like doesn't have like devil fruits involved, like, so those are things that he generally just like lets the people take. So maybe this is just editors just having the free time to do this, but nonetheless, it looks cool. And that, I also was just like, I didn't think that we would get to see it. And the first thing that I noticed was the window.
Oh, I was
like,
about to say the stained glass window. Yes, it looks like a.
I'm like, where's the?
Like the pirate steering wheel, like the pirate ship wheel. That's what it looks like.
Oh, that one too.
Yeah.
There's like okay, like above the door, there's like that thing.
Like a
then
pattern.
Next to it, there's that.
Yeah.
Like that has to be a window. And then on the right side, there's just like either that's a window or it's just a hole. And
I think it's,
like,
a hole, and there's like a stairway. That looks like a castle stairway with the window that peeks down.
Yeah, but like, this is supposed to be the secret. Like, this is a secret treasure throne behind the. Like, what was the point of putting it behind the throne and then hiding it if you're just gonna make a back door that's just wide open? And then there's a window, like, separately.
Okay, what if it isn't a window, and what if that isn't a peeking area? What if those are just there for decoration?
Then I blame the editors, because they weren't on the songs.
Actually, now that you mention it, that is kind of crazy, right? A window in the secret treasure room. Huh.
Yeah, like, cool. At least, like, there's two openings. I don't know about you guys, but like I said before on the stream, if my bank... if their vault has a window to the outside, I'm not keeping my money.
No,
there.
but that would be a flex for a bank, though.
If I drive by and I can see them put my money away,
no, but that's how they get you.
Them.
That's how they get you. What if there's a security guard on standby who asked for that window? It's like, let the criminals see the cash being deposited because they can break in and I can put them down. Ha ha ha.
You know.
It's a honey trap.
To be fair, you're not wrong, right? Now that we read the chapter and we see what's guarding this room.
Exactly.
Honestly, yeah, make it open. Make it an amphitheater at that point. Just
that'd be
let
so
everybody
dope.
show up.
Dude, imagine that. You know how much ore would you have if they're like, oh, where's the ELBAPH treasury? And then they say there is no treasury. It's in that field over there. And like you see a pile of gold and devil fruits, and you're like, wait, what? Like it's just in an open field? And they're like, yeah, good luck getting to the treasure though. And then you just see like a hammer up top. Like that would be ore farming 101, huh?
Yeah.
Good luck.
And like and I'd be saying good luck to a lot of characters. I don't know if the list ends. It's funny because like, well, obviously we're getting there and we'll be there, but like, because I was talking about this. I was like, yo, when they do these top 30s, I either need to be there or somebody needs to lay down the law. And then you said Brago is streaming it like 2 hours after I was streaming. And so I forgot. I like napped or knocked out. I forgot what happened. And then in like an hour, 2 hours into it, I go in. They're at the 20th mark, and everyone's like holding their breath for Ragnir. Like, where's Ragnir? And at that, everyone is agreeing like Ragnir's above 20. But the craziest thing for me was the moment I clicked on the stream, Brago had Kizaru at 20 like 3, and then Shamrock above it, and then like 3 ranks above that Odin. And I'm like, what timeline did I enter? And everybody's list was hot trash garbage. And so then at that point, I'm like, I'm gonna say my piece about Ragnir and say like, hey guys, if we're doing this right, Loki's number 1, because if you think Ragnir's top 5 or top 10 and Loki's also top 10, then Loki technically has 2 top 10s because that's him. But if we're doing this like if we're nerfing Loki and separating out, they're just each individually. And then I was like, wait, none of what I'm saying matters because these guys they don't know what the hell's going on. I think I saw like King Neptune above like Shamrock, and I'm a King Neptune fan, and I was like, bro, I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
King Neptune above Shamrock. That sounds
Dude,
so
King
random,
Neptune
dude.
was 20.
That's so
20
random.
in the year 2025. What? How we got introduced
putting
to
him up
so
there,
many
man?
Characters? Dude, like it's not even like not. I think like one of them was like Radman, like maybe Zoro fanboy or something. I don't remember, but they were all like most of them were content creators. I think the craziest part was that Wing, the one that's normally trolling. I think he had the normal list, and so I asked in the chat. I was like, wait, are they trolling? And then everyone's like, the creators responded like, no, we're not trolling. This is 100%.
This is what we believe. Yeah,
And
I
was
respect it.
I was perpetually lost. I came in there with so much smoke, thinking I had to fight an uphill battle, and turns out that they were just like drowning in the ocean with no sight of the top, like no care for it either. They were just like gurgling on some hot garbage.
They were
And
living
I'm
life,
like,
man.
okay.
That's a good way to live.
It was crazy.
I respect it.
It was crazy. I think like unironically, I think it's my fault. I remember my first time Brago invited me. It was like after Egghead, and like I was there. I don't know if it was like a top 30, but it was like I forget exactly what it was. But I took Vegapunk, Momo, Shirahoshi. I had like a troll ass team, but that it was like Exodia. Like I got all the pieces. Oh, I got Zunisha. I was like, bro, try to stop me. We're winning straight up. And then people were. I think after that, I think that like infected the brain.
Yeah, that ruined every future top 30.
I think Fisher Tiger was in someone's top 25.
That's
not my fault.
That's
Bogart!
So crazy.
Oh my god. They put Bogart above an admiral. No, not an admiral. A holy knight. And then I literally in the chat said, this isn't on me, guys. And then the chat was like, damn you, Par! And I'm like, no, stop. This isn't me. I promise. That's some nonsense.
Bogart he's something. Will we ever see anything from him? That's still the $1 million question everybody's wondering.
No, it's not no one's wondering. Please stop wondering.
Stop wondering, please.
We got the hill. Let's not die on the hill, but let's safely keep it preserved where it needs to be. I don't need to be fighting some insane battle like Bogart is stronger than Mihawk, which was kind of crazy because people were like actually drowning Mihawk too. Whew, wild times.
But yeah,
wild times.
Top 30s, man. It's always so funny seeing like how we think characters will perform, and then we see it in reality when they actually show up. But like you said, like this squirrel, man, Ragnir showing up here with the Force is crazy. And he doesn't look necessarily strong. I mean, okay, he's strong, but the hype Harald gives him is just on a different level. Like, because Ragnir does go down in like a single blow, right? Like, we all see what happens here. Yes, Loki's been fighting him for a little bit, but one good knock to the noggin is what it took to like bring it down. But Harald, he puts Ragnir on a freaking pedestal. He says, Loki, your efforts are futile. Generations of rulers watched over the fruit, and none of us ate it. Not because we didn't want to, but because no one could. So not just King Harald, but the kings before him could not beat Ragnir. And not just that, but King Harald says, now that I have my God Knight powers, I should be able to do it. And it's like, what? King Harald before all of this couldn't do it? That sounds like a fib, like he's being coy.
And everyone has to remember, this is 2 chapters into this mental state that he's in, and that mental state is a god complex. It's like a Nell in Harald, and there's no backing down. There's no I'm Himothy, and even then, he's not like. He's like talking about this like he's waited his whole goddamn life. He's like, finally, oh my god, I can do it now. I never thought I could until today. And I'm like, oh my god. It's not just insulting to himself. It's insulting to everybody he's touched. Rox is rolling in his grave.
Dude, people are wondering that. They're like, yo, who would win, Rox or Ragnir? That's a crazy debate. Just even think about.
Here's my thing. I want to just this is where I'll die on the hill. I'm gonna die on the hill that Rox would win, because it's just easier for my brain to wrap, like, ain't no way Rox is losing to this. And the issue though is that, like, it's not just like the part about like the squirrel being strong and Harald not being able to get it. It's also the context of it, like Rox said to his crew, there are 2 devil fruits. One, he didn't tell us, and the other one, he thinks is on ELBAPH. And that coincided with Harald and, like, I think Jarl or whatever, like, you know, talking about the secret stuff, and we knew about it from our time too. And so it's like, oh my god, mythical devil fruit. Okay. And then it's like, the fact that, like, Rox wanted Harald to eat it and he couldn't because of a squirrel. And, like, did they ever talk about it? Did Rox ever be like, hey, I could help you?
I think this is one of those things you don't tell him. Like, imagine this, right? Harald, the entire time, actually wanted to join Rox. Like, every day, Harald's like, I want to join my friend, I want to join him, but I can't tell him about Ragnir. So Harald goes down to the treasury every day of his life and fights Ragnir so that he can be with Rox Zebek, but he keeps on losing. What a cursed reality that would be.
It doesn't get, there's no, okay. We might be waiting for the unexpected hero here, Sai. We might be, and it's coming late. But you know what they say about heroes? Heroes always show up at the last second. And so I think we could. And here, listen, I'm not doubting you, Fiso, and I'm not doubting the people in my chat that translated it, but Stephen Paul could show out and completely translate
Stephen
this differently.
Paul? Yeah, we don't have the officials yet. Yeah. Dude, imagine when Stephen Paul comes in here. He says, I've never tried to fight Ragnir. Like, he adds in a line. Oh, you're so like cooking.
He could, like, the thing is, right? At the end of the day, a lot of the translations is up to context. And context is subjective. And we've been questioning Stephen Paul's context for a long time. He could read this and be like, nah, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, if this were to make sense, then Rox is silly, everything is silly. So I'm going to translate it forcefully in another direction. And it's like, hey, honestly, I kind of don't blame him for that, because if you do think about it, right? If his onus is like, I have to take in the context, and this context doesn't make sense to me, then yeah, he wouldn't translate it that way, right? Like, we're looking at it from the translation, and we're like, wow, this context is crazy. But we're not translating it, right? Like, we don't have that power. Stephen Paul has that power. The hero, the last second hero.
That'd be so funny,
change
dude.
The world?
Stephen Paul is gonna come in, and he's gonna be like, yes, I could have defeated Ragnir actually a long time ago. My friend Roxy Zebek could beat it, no diff. But just the previous kings couldn't. Like, Stephen Paul's gonna add, like, very unnecessary lines. Like, they don't even exist in the Raws. You know Stephen Paul rolls,
we're gonna get
man.
a translator note. The one time we get a translator, he's gonna put an asterisk. He's like, Actually, if you look at the squiggles in the back, those also translate and just make some crazy shit up.
Yeah,
That would be
Stephen
so
Paul
funny.
has that power. He could do it.
He does. He does have that
And
power.
then people would eat it up
Never
because it's
doubt
the quote
Stephen Paul.
official.
Yeah. Hey. And, like, listen, I don't know. Reading this and thinking about it, like, it's just like something that you said earlier at the very beginning of what you said was like, hey, like the squirrel, it did go down in one hit. Like, it is strong. But then I'm also looking at it. And did it go down? Am I to believe like this is Loki breaking his hammer? He's had that hammer his entire life. He's never hit anything this hard. And he broke it. And he's shocked. I genuinely think that he put everything into this smash. And this squirrel just had squiggly eyes, like a gag, and just got up. And the next panel was fine. I don't know. Like, if Loki hit, I don't know. If Loki hit Zorro with that same hit, I think Zorro's getting all of his bones broken. I don't even think Mink Medicine's bringing him back from that one. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this is death to most things. Every animal we've come across dies. Even Zunisha, I feel like kneecaps busted, bro. Gone. Like,
we should have gone.
Deadly.
Loki should have said, "Oh, this is a mass haki attack. I'm putting all my mass into this one."
Mass into this one.
Yeah.
Oh god. Like, he literally he's trying, because he couldn't even finish his sentence before he swung. I am so, and then he had the grunt. He did the tennis over this, and then that's how much power he's putting. I guarantee you, he ain't hitting any of the Holy Knights in the current timeline this hard. He's not going to be hitting. And Gunko, Emu, that's different, right? Sommers, I don't know what happens to him if he gets hit by this. Like, I think he insta-dies. Like, now that we know Conqueror's haki is a weakness, I think he splats. That's my prediction, guys. Like, I think he splats from this hit. I mean, hey, this chapter did not do any good for the Holy Knights on that regard, where I'm looking at this hit, and that hit is 100% deadly. And it literally, Loki sat there listening to Scott, was like, oh, so I just gotta keep doing that?
Yeah, which is the next part of the chapter right here, where Scopper's like, yes, Shanks, if you want to know how to beat these immortal opponents, the key is to keep beating them. It's like, all right, dude. I love that. That's a little bit silly in my opinion, because this is like something we've been wondering, right? Like, oh, what's the key to immortality? How do we take them down? Is it something everybody can do? Is it just only conquerors? And it's like, okay, it's only conquerors, yes. But these conquerors, let me tell you, they have to just wail, dude.
It's funny. It's funnier too, because like, Oda didn't need to do this with Scopper. He could have had Shanks do this. And Shanks even acknowledges, he's like, wait, you're familiar with the weaknesses of the Knights of God? Like, saying it like that means like, oh, you know too? Like, how I was just explaining it and you knew this entire time? Like, you're familiar, right? And Oda could have just gave the onus of this explanation to him, because late after that, it hits worse for two reasons. One is the dialogue that Shanks gives, which is that, like, he then turns around. How are we supposed to end this, Scopper? Like, now Shanks is like the clueless one. He's like, yeah, so you do know the weakness, but how do we deal with the Harald situation? And then Scopper hits us with the, I don't know. I've never fought a Holy Knight with Conqueror's haki before. Like, oh my god! As logical and as real as that could be, it didn't need to hit this way.
No, it didn't have to, man. Oda didn't have to pull the trigger. It's he could have left it ambiguous, man.
Yeah, I'm almost waiting again for the hero. I'm waiting for Stephen Paul to translate this. Oh, a Holy Knight's never used Conqueror's haki on me. Like, Like, it could be another one of those things like, oh, surely the Holy Knights of Conqueror's haki. That doesn't.
Maybe
that
Stephen
exactly
Paul
doesn't
will
make
come
sense.
in and he'll add in a translation that says, I've only fought the weakest Holy Knights. So those guys never had Conqueror's haki, but let me tell you, 10 of them did.
God.
Like, I don't know. Stephen Paul, save us, man. Come on, please, please.
He does the reverse of the cover story where the TCB or the other translators added all the characters' names. Stephen Paul comes here and he names the other celestial, like, Holy Knights that we're probably not gonna get back, like Mayor, Maffy.
Yeah. Like, actually, the Holy Knights of the old generation didn't have Conqueror's haki, but the young blood, they all do. Yeah, please, Stephen Paul, add in some headcanon for me, please.
Yeah,
please.
yeah. We get an asterisk. He get an asterisk. Actually, there weren't 4 Holy Knights on the ship. That was actually 2 Holy Knights and their tails. Like, we just get some random
Yeah. Or he hits us with something like, oh, by the way, those guys weren't even Holy Knights now that I think about it. They were just the slaves of the Holy Knights.
Yeah. They were just full of holes. Holy Knight. It was a pun, guys.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Holy moly.
Oh, no, actually, those were just Holy Knights, not the Holy Knights of God. As you guys know, I translate all of the titles.
Stephen Paul's like a unique translation for him. She's not wavering.
Oh, God.
Dude, it is
Stephen Paul,
a bad day to be a God Knight fan.
Yeah. I'm not even a God Knight fan, and I'm upset. There's no reason for me to have this much smoke, and it's not coming from me. You know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't be reading this chapter and, like, me being hurt. Like, I'm in pain.
Yeah,
like,
you're taking, like, physical damage.
I used to look up to the Holy Knights. I want to be like it's just Shanks is the strongest one. I refuse to accept anything
Shanks
else.
and
Like,
Harald did great PR for us, but outside of the 2 people who don't even want to be a part of the God Knights, like, yeah. Everybody else who wants to be there. They're kind of cheeks right now, which I've heard people coming to their defense in the funniest ways possible. They're like, oh, but Sai, they're losing to the Pirate King's crew. Oh, but Sai, I always thought they were, like, super weak. It's like, okay, but they could have performed better. Can we all acknowledge that? Like they definitely could have performed better.
Yeah, it's not even okay. I thought they were always weak is not fair, because some of these devil fruits, they're not fair, guys. They're not. They're like these, like, the Baroque works numbered officers were scarier with less. The wax fruit was scarier at the time, I feel like. You know what I mean? Like, some of these things are just kind of like, oh no. Like, Zoro had to almost cut off his legs, guys, to Mr. 3. Just pointing that out there. Are we gonna really get one of these Holy Knights doing that to Zoro again? No. And the thing is, I don't need that to be the case. It's just that if you were to say, like, oh, I always expect them weak, it's just not fair. Like, their devil fruits alone are just broken. Like, and how many times on the onset of the Holy Knights did we say, oh my God, how much more can they get? And we were, like, talking about how Sommers could, like, see across the island at Saul's abysmal situation and, like, spike him with invisible thorns. Like, I'm sorry, the Baroque works characters weren't doing that, and they were still scarier. Like, at the end of the day, like, Sommers is scary if you're 8. He's not scary if you're in the main character anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Mr. 3 was actually scary for the main characters for a second or a minute or multiple arcs too, to a certain degree. Like, you know, it's different. It's not the same. You can't say that. That's a cope I don't
even
accept.
If you think that they should have always been weak, there was a chance for Oda to make them strong, you know, and for it to make sense.
Yeah, that too.
Like, they could have been unironically, like, you know, Yonko Admiral tier characters. And, you know, people have said, like, oh, like, that doesn't make sense. That would ruin the balance. It's like, we could just simply say that they don't leave the Holy Land. Like, they just only protect Imu. Kind of like what Shanks said in this chapter, right? Like, those guys are sedentary. Like, they just live up there. They are gods. And, you know, I guess an example I always pull from is, like, Bleach with the Zero Squad. Like, literally, characters that would one-shot a lot of the Soul Society live up there. And it's like, wait, where were you guys? Like, why didn't you ever help us whenever Aizen was destroying things? Whenever the Soul Society was about to get, you know, destroyed and blown to bits? Well, we don't care. We only protect the Soul King. Like, that's your job. Like, they could easily
Yeah.
explain the God Knights being absolute monsters and not doing anything in the story. Like, it would have been so easy. And, you know, Oda doesn't want to go that route. Instead, he's just, like, kind of painting them in this bad light, which, it's funny, but, like, genuinely, the God Knight's worst enemy isn't even the Roger Pirates. It's Oda himself. Like, Oda hates these guys a lot, man. It's crazy.
I do have to acknowledge why it's a personal slight, and you know, we don't have to dive deep into it because there's a lot to talk about in the chapter, but someone super chatted it and it tilted me. It tilted me, and it was Alejandro Sol. Shout outs, you know, OG.
Shout outs.
He tilted me. He you know, celebrated, you know, the 2025 and all that stuff, so I appreciate that. But what he said was like, it does make sense now. Their opponents were the Revs. It's balanced, and I'm like, no,
dude,
no.
And the
stop.
Revs thing, right? Like, I get it, right? If they're Rev opponents, sure, but at the same time, it's like none of the Revs have haki, or sorry, Conqueror's haki. Like, Dragon does, yeah. You know, Dragon, yeah. I'll go for that one.
If Dragon doesn't, like.
But gosh. Everybody else, though, right? Like, yeah, they're Rev opponents, but at the end of the day, the Revs will lose then. Because they just regenerate. They don't take any damage because they don't have Conquerors. Unless Dragon gives them, like, a haki knot.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think, like...
A bag of wind.
That comment was so accurate that, like, I immediately went into hard cope, and I immediately went and I realized, like, this is how people who, like, genuinely liked and looked forward to the Holy Knights. It's weirder. I can't say it's equivalent because, like, I've been looking forward to Dragon since chapter, you know, 100. These guys been looking forward to the Holy Knights for the last 100 chapters. This is very different, okay? But for that moment, I was like, oh my god, like I'm in hard copium panic mode. What is the cope? And it was that, like, it has to be that, like, Garling, Shamrock are the strong ones, and similarly, like, Dragon Sabo are the strong ones, and everyone else is ass. And which sucks for, like, Karasu. But, like, I'm okay with just his Devil Fruit being cool and him aura farming that way. Like, he's already cool enough. It's better than the cow. It's better than the cow. You know what I mean? Like, there's Lindbergh, the egg dude. Stop. No. And it's worse, guys, because now take that comment in full stride. Do the matchups. Who's facing the egg? Who's facing the cow? That's literally where we're at. Honestly, those are the apt opponents. I don't want the Holy Knights to be fighting stronger people now. It turns out that, like, even Kid is a threat. And that's saying something, considering it might be that the Holy Knights, oh my god, the Holy Knights are going to be his sandbox mode to finally figure out Conqueror's haki. He's going to constantly beat them down senselessly because they can constantly regenerate. He's like, damn, how do I do this? And then Luffy's like, don't you have Conqueror's haki? You just use it. And then Kid's like, what do you mean? Conqueror's haki? What do you mean just use it? And it takes him like 60 tries. And he finally, yeah, I did it, Luffy. Luffy beats him. He's like dead underneath his foot. Kid finally won. It's chapter, like, it's in Boruto now. Like, that's what we might get. It might be that's where Kid learns Conqueror's haki. Oh my god.
It's funny because
it's just so sad.
That's how we view the God Knights even right now, right? Like, we look at the God Knights here in ELBAPH, and it's like, oh, Zoro's going to learn more about his Conqueror's haki skills. Sanji might unlock it here. And it's like, these guys really are just punching bags. And, I mean, when it comes to final opponents in One Piece, and any series, I want the villains to be strong so that the Straw Hats, or just whoever they fight, will get good fights. Like, this is probably the final rung. Between the God Knights and the Blackbeard Pirates, that's all we have. And even for the Blackbeard Pirates, people still feel underwhelmed about these guys, right? Like, I mean, moving away from the God Knights, people feel underwhelmed around the Blackbeard Pirates. Like, oh, Zoro versus Shiryu? I mean, Zoro probably stomps right now. You know, Sanji versus Vala Pizarro? I mean, Sanji probably just beats him right now, too. And that's not good. It's like, I want the best for villains just because, you know, they'll push our characters to the limits, and then we'll have, like, these really, like, life or death battles that are just fun to watch. And I don't know, man. Like, these guys are just very underwhelming right now.
you said it a very powerful thing. I didn't even clock that. Like, yeah, you're 100% right. They are going to end like the Holy Knights only were scary on ELBAPH, and like the thing is, people might walk back that they thought it was scary, but I was fighting against the people who thought they were scary and saying I think Scopper washes them. And prior to that, I get it. There was powers were infinite. They were just doing insane stuff. They get the regen. We saw Gunko like 1v6 the Straw Hats, but that's all without Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji. And so like that was always in the back of everyone's minds. Some people were like very adamant, like, yeah, Luffy, Zoro, Sanji show up, they're not threats anymore. Are they winning outright? Maybe not, but like now, now that we know the metric in how to win, and we're like, huh, okay, well, Sanji doesn't really have. He's like we're in Kid's state. Honestly, he might be in a better situation than Kid, because with Sanji, I feel like I would have an easier time to explain why Sanji has conquerors versus why all the things that Kid has done defies him having conquerors. Like, but the point is that like Sanji's at a point where he's not even at the baseline yet. We're at a memes point. He's like, Scopper, do I have it? Do I have it? Do you smell it on me? Like, and at the end of the day, I always believed Sanji would get it, and this is the best opportunity too. And you are 100% right, and you're 100% right because Oda made it canon. Oda was like, yo, Scopper figured out how to beat these guys because they just spawn killed themselves on him trying to get Shanks back. How, like, that part I don't even want to touch. That's like the forbidden fruit for me, because that was always the boogeyman in our conversations that a lot of times me and you, we like go back and forth on these like insane hypotheticals that it's just like me and you on the nth tier where it doesn't really matter. But that was one where I was like, you know what? You're right. At the end of the day, Oda could just say they didn't care about Shanks. There was a lot of other problems. There were so many ways to just walk around it. Oda did not do that. He did he did like even worse than what I imagined. Because I was just like, how do they let Shanks just knowingly be there after they send Maffy? Like, they want Shanks back. They acknowledge that there's two of them. Then they know Shanks is the most famous pirate. And there's pictures, it's known, like the Navy's talking about how they know him today. Surely they have the intelligence for it. And it turns out they did. And it turns out that more than just that, there's like three layers to it. They confronted them. They didn't even just like, they didn't even like try to fight them first. Like, again, like people may not agree with me here, but if my kid was kidnapped and I saw the kidnappers with my kid, I'm not asking them to hand it over. I'm killing them, and then I'm taking the kid back. And if it's not, I'll be like, all right, my bad. Like that. I thought you were my kid. Like, you know what I mean? At that point, and especially because the dichotomy of it, where it's like they're pirates and these are celestial dragon holy knights that are immortal and have a contract to basically just slaughter whatever they want to. Like, it's just like a thing. Like, Harald was killing fishermen. But you know, point is that on top of that, Garling didn't go. Garling or Shamrock, like if Shamrock could not have gone. He could not have gone because he was too young, right? That's one thing. But Garling could not have gone either because I refuse to believe he does not have conquerors. And then you have to accept the reality that Garling never went after his own kid. Why? Why didn't he go himself? Did he not think he could win? Did he have PTSD from losing to Rocks and like off screen one hit? Like, is that what it is?
Busy, bro.
Did he not think that he could make it past the third on the crew, Scopper, who allegedly, again, this is where Stephen Paul could save the day, because there was a little bit of debate depending on the context, but Scopper, according to a reasonable translation understanding of the chapter, is he said, I'd slice them up. Scopper solo dolo sliced them up and sent them packing. And like, it's just how much at that point is it salt on the wound, or are you just amputating it? Like, I don't even know. Like, I think you're just like constantly just like, when does this pain stop, Oda? When does it is 2026 the year? Does it stop then?
Yeah,
Apparently
when
not, because it's the first chapter.
will the God Knights look good? One of these days,
They
man.
won't.
And
They won't.
you
They
know,
won't.
even God Knight agenda aside, I don't want any villain faction to look good in this final saga. Like that's why I brought up the
Wait.
Blackbeard Pirates.
Oh, you want every wait, did I mishear that? You said I want every villain to be good, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not
yeah,
like
I
good and
misheard
like,
that.
they're over here handing out lollipops. More like I want them to be strong.
I heard don't want them to be good, and I was like,
Yeah.
that's
Sorry.
who am I
I might
talking
have
to?
said
Did you
that,
get
but
Dom
that
University?
is drunken rage. Yeah, it's such a weird pickle with these God Knights, but like I said, we could cope. We could say it's the old generation. Scomper just never fought like the right God Knights. Garling wasn't there. Maybe some of these God
There's
Knights
not
have
many.
retired and they now have kids who are conquerors, who are stronger. It is possible. And like I said, it just goes back to like final fights in general. It's like, think back to any anime you watch, like shonen series. Like the final villains, man, they're powerful dudes, brother. They give the main characters a run for their money. And
Yeah.
yeah, if they're just weak, if they're just like regen merchants who just get hit left and right, it's like, man, it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
I
like
mean,
sure, you need Conqueror's Haki to beat them, but if you can land blows that just make them regenerate anyways and just stall them out, like that's not great. Like Usopp, for example, he managed to blow off Gunko's face with a skullgrass bomb, and that same skullgrass bomb did 0 damage to page 1. So it's like, yeah, like that's just one of the things. It's like, yeah, sure, you need Conqueror's Haki to actually put them down, but if you could just endlessly stall them with the bare minimum, it's like Bellamy could probably chop off pieces off these guys, unironically.
yeah, there's so many levels to how weird it is too, because it's like I don't even know if Emu wants to win. You know what I mean? Because I'm sitting here thinking like I thought about this after the chapter. I'm like, isn't Harold valuable? Like if you like Emu told Rocks like there's no better opportunity than now to strike ELBAPH. Like literally you'll never get a more like willing sovereign to have as a puppet. And that's right. That's true. There's only a one of one. And the thing is, it's like he had him. He had him. He had him and he got him possessed and it was perfect. And even in this chapter, Emu succeeded. But I'm just like confused because it's like, could Emu not have prevented his death here? Like, I feel like if ELBAPH, like when we were in ELBAPH, was it Gunko? It was someone else too. They were saying like it said that ELBAPH is the one that will mold whatever side ELBAPH is with, that like that will mold the future of the world or something like that, right?
Yeah.
It's super important. And then we started getting like the Emu, the Harald, the ELBAPH, like all of the intertwining, the Galila, and like all that stuff. And then I'm just like, it's weird because like I want to say Emu's insanely powerful, and I believe it. None of my criticism extends to Emu yet, but there are certain things about this that are just like there has to be an explanation. My current thing that I'm accepting is I think what it is that like it's that weird thing. Like for Kaido, it didn't make too much sense because like when Kaido goes, like oh there's too many conquerors, like that's why like the Rocks pirates failed, like or like Whitebeard, like that kind of logic doesn't really make sense, especially now seeing what actually happened. But with Emu, it could make sense to a certain extent because it's like, we saw Harald, we saw Rocks, those two characters in both groups. In the Damir Versi group, Rocks is like one of one, And Harald was one as far as the mark so far with resisting seemingly as a conqueror. No one else had a conqueror's haki at the level Rox had, and Rox was able to resist Damir Versi for like an entire chapter. And Harald was doing it pretty well too. And no one else that we know of wanted to resist or has the means to. And like I'm thinking about the whole scope of it, where Scopper's sitting here just telling us the damn thing that we didn't want to hear, that like the Holy Knight's weakness is just Conqueror's haki. You just need to pump them full of it. And then the barrier here for Scopper and Shanks is that Harald himself has Conqueror's haki, which is a problem, because then in the chapter, Scopper goes, you know, our best bet is Loki. And that's Scopper and Shanks saying that. Two of like the strongest characters in the entire series, both basically accepting that Loki is their best bet. I don't know why, but if the context is Conqueror's haki, then it's crazy, because then you also apply that to why it's so difficult to kill Harald versus Sommers. It's because Harald also has insane Conqueror's haki. And so then I'm like, okay, if the mark is as like powerful as it is, where Harald, without intervention, he would have been taken over. If no one stopped him here, he would have been taken over. And I don't think anybody besides Loki honestly could have stopped him, because it took Loki and Ragnir. But we back that up and we're just like, so then why aren't there more holy? Why can Scopper just say that like there's only 8 of them? It would not be crazy for 8 people at the top of the verse to have Conqueror's haki, and it would not be crazy for Emu to have poached them when they have a power that makes them so that the orders are irreversible, like cannot be refused. And then like I was talking to someone in the comments, and I responded, I was like, so then like why not put it on Kaido at the 17 times you take him? He has conquerors, he's there, he's seemingly base more powerful, and you just put it on him, and then what can he do? What can he do? If Harald can't break through it on his own, why could Kaido? And then I'm thinking, okay, so then what's the difference between like Kaido and Harald? I think that the main thing is here is that Harald gave up. Harald, the moment he like is in this thing, he's like, I need to be killed. He's not in a conqueror's mentality. But if you have a conqueror who's like a Luffy or a kid or whatever, they might be able to resist it. But Harald and Rox, when we look at Rox, Emu ended up flipping him that like moment of weakness when they talked about the Harald thing. Like, oh, like I don't want to fight you anymore. Just stop. Don't go after Harald. You know what I mean? So it was like that moment of like not being a conqueror, being a little soft. And Harald, throughout this entire thing, he's been soft. And the moment he was confronted with the issue of I need to overcome Emu, I'm a conqueror. Do I conquer? Or do I resist long enough so that someone can conquer me? And that's what he chose. And so that's where I'm kind of like at. I feel like the limiter thing, and it's super early to say this, but I feel like it makes more sense to me that Emu's issue is that the weakness of this is that you can't put this mark on a conqueror and like succeed through and through. Like it's gonna be a lot less fruitful. Like I wouldn't be surprised if like Shanks gets another one and he just learns how to negate it. Like how we saw at the end of this chapter where the mark is off his arm, off of Harald's arm, and now he's like there. Well, like okay, so then what if Shanks just like focuses all his Conqueror's haki in that spot and just like puts a bubble on it? Like I don't know. Like he's literally zapped Aramaki from like 3,000 miles away. I'm pretty sure he could just like put all of that into that, and then I don't know. I feel like that could do something. It could be like intricate things like that, but I feel like if Conqueror's haki is the bread and butter, then it's gotta be the pizza, it's gotta be the pasta, it's gotta be everything. We have to apply that through and through. And so then what's the weakness there? If Emu's not giving it to conquerors and also not protecting the conquerors, because if Emu has the ability to save Harald in this moment, why not? Why wouldn't you save Harald? You get ELBAPH, you get the strongest conqueror giant, you get everything. You get Ragnir, you get so many things. You possibly get Galila. You lost all of those things by not interfering here. And like it might be that having a conqueror is not as valuable as like, you know, a puppet per se. And I don't know how that extends to like someone like Garling and stuff like that, but you know, that's my rant. I don't know, because it's the only way I'm accepting this Holy Night nonsense of this chapter. There's just a lot of craziness. There's a lot of craziness.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, the Holy Knights of today, I have faith in them. Gotta hold out.
Yeah.
You gotta
I have faith in
stay strong, brothers.
I
It's
think
not
I
over
saw
yet.
someone in the chat like saying like, "Oh, we're gonna pan back to Marriage Raw and Shamrock is gonna be like dead." Like Emu came.
No! Dude, you know how foul that would be? We go back and Shamrock's like dead. It's like, if only I was a conqueror.
Like he like it's, but at the end of the day, like if Emu's like, oh yeah, everything's on a sea of flames over there, and it's like, who is it, Sabo and Dragon, right? Like they give them both conquerors. I could see Dragon killing a few, you know what I mean? Like
Oh, yeah.
that's again, that's where I'm upset, is like I hope, I pray that the nerf doesn't illogically carry over to Dragon, and Oda doesn't go like, if I give him Conqueror's Haki, it might be too easy for his lifelong battle here. It might be that he's been scheming for the last 30 years because he doesn't have Conquerors. Wouldn't that be more interesting? No, Oda, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't go that way. Don't let an editor tell you that. Don't do it. Please, no. Like, stop. Oh, God.
That would be
That
crazy.
is so
Like,
terrifying.
Dragon was waiting this entire time to fight like a bozo. Like all of his opponents are just actually
Bozos.
weak. Yeah.
Yeah, like at this point, I'm more afraid of the Yonkooks. Like,
Rest in peace, the God Knight agenda. I mean, it's still going strong. I mean, we just gotta
Yeah.
cope until the cows come home, guys. But it's
Oda
not
did
over
do a
yet.
good thing. He hid the Yeti. I'm putting all my money in the Yeti, bro. That has
The
to be a
Yeti?
reason.
That's where you're going?
He didn't insult the Yeti. He didn't insult the Yeti. Unironically, not putting the Yeti in an active role at God Valley was the best thing he could have done. Right? Like
I don't
with
know,
the girl,
bro. Like
the girl,
Maffy looked really cool, and you saw what happened to Maffy.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that everybody who got a showing ended up negative. And that goes to even the girl that was with Shamrock. I always want to say black hair, but she's blonde in the anime. Like, we didn't even see her die. Like, but like I think she died. But at least with the Yeti, I don't have any reason to think he died. But with her, she ran into rocks, and oh, I don't know if she got a like. We saw the Davy clan, at least. We saw legs. We saw
Yeah,
arms.
we didn't see her.
We didn't see that girl. We didn't see the girl.
Maybe it's because Garling
might
could
be.
only not Garling. Rox couldn't beat her. He had to seal her away.
Oh, I know what it is. Rox doesn't hit women, and we find out that the DNA that Vince Smoke has procured, it's Rox. Oh my god.
Yeah, you're cooking.
Santi has Rox DNA. Oh god.
Dog, the
Davey, Vince Smoke,
God Knights,
Sanji.
brother. And, you know, it's another one of those things where, like, the way Oda introduced them to, they came in with a lot of heat, bro. Like, oh, God Valley. Oh, Shanks' dad. Oh, yeah, Celestial Matter, the God Knights are going to handle that. Oh, God Valley, here's Garp's fleet. Here's Roger's fleet. Here's Rox's fleet. And here's the God Knights. Like, they were, like, you know how foul that is, like, looking at it in retrospect? That's like saying, oh my god, look at this. All the pirates have arrived. Whitebeard's fleet, Luffy's fleet, Shanks' fleet, and Bellamy and the boys. It's like, wait, what? Huh? Bellamy? Where did Bellamy come from?
Their grand fleet opponents is just
Yeah.
vile. It's like,
I mean, I guess at least the Grand Fleet and the Revs can't, like, fully beat them down, I guess. That's the one solace we have.
I mean, here's also the thing, like, when you were saying that, I was just thinking, like, in hindsight, like we're railing on them, and it feels like because the end of the year, like 2025, One Piece epic. This does not like even this. I just can't communicate it to somebody. Like if I were to sit there and tell my best friend like go on and on about how terrible dog shit the thing is, and then say that like I love 2025, he might think I'm schizophrenic. But like that's how good this year was. Like I didn't miss a chapter. I like streams like every week. I was looking forward to stuff. Even the slow, there was like 3 slower chapters, and those had some insane things. It was like those chapters, like 8 things happened, and it was like wild. And it's just insane to think that like, this doesn't tamper it. But I was also thinking, because like in hindsight, the Holy Knights are just like kind of interesting positionally in the story, because one of the big questions, and this is I think you and I, if we watch back this conversation we had, we might decease. Like we might laugh so hard that we just like die. Because remember there was a time when we were like, hey guys, like Oda could put the Holy Knights anywhere. Just because they haven't been mentioned at any point in any backstory, any history in all the 3,000 years, not a single data point of the Holy Knights. Did he even scar Whitebeard? Well, we don't know. But let me tell you, it doesn't matter, because, hey guys, it could be that these guys are fighting like interdimensional monsters.
Maybe
and
that's
we don't
still
know.
it. No.
Dude,
that's why they haven't shown off their Conqueror's haki yet. They use it all fighting interdimensional aliens. There we go.
Yeah, the aliens. We were like, oh yeah, they've been protecting the Earth from aliens, and like Anel is like just there. He's right there, but the moon is peaceful because of the Holy Knights. We were like on some One Punch Man ass gas right there. And like, dude, now where we're at with it, imagine having like, I want us to talk to those guys. And like I want to try to convince them with what they know without spoil. Like just like, oh god.
Imagine how
just
crazy
like
that would be
back.
if we actually get that reveal. Like, no, we were actually cooking. Like, oh, the reason why Anel hasn't come back into the story? Oh, the God Knights fended him off.
Yeah. I mean, I did think about Anel in this chapter too, to be honest. Like I was thinking about the whole range thing. They're like, oh yeah, like, oh, Harald God complex, Anel had a God complex, and then Shanks goes like, oh, it covers the whole Earth. And it's like, oh, Anel had a God complex, and now he's on the moon, and he's kind of like chill up there. You know what I mean? He's still a little problematic, but he's not as problematic as like, you know what I mean? He went up there with the hopes of finding like this endless, bountiless, like, or bounty, whatever. You guys get the point. Like this amazing place, sees nothing and doesn't crash out. Honestly, that's a character development. Like that's a character arc if I seen one. He just got over it, and he's like, you know what? I'm happy with these little guys. You know, I'm kind of lonely, and I think people memed about that too with like Anel coming back to ELBAPH. Like, hey, Par, he's gone through he's a whole different person now, and I'm like, oh, sure, whatever, right? But let me tell you, if Oda pulls it off and we find out that somehow the delusion that we were on, the ganja ayahuasca that we were smoking, huffing, injecting into our veins to pull out, they're fighting aliens. That's why we've never heard about them. That they're in the mural. No, they were there, guys. They were just on the outside of the mural.
Dude, you know how crazy it would be if like, yeah, not just like the Conqueror's haki explanation, but the reason why they're kind of weak is because their real bodies are in space. These are just astral projections.
Yo, straight up.
I think that's it.
His jaw would drop. His jaw would break. He'd be like, oh, Oda?
I mean,
Oda?
surely you guys have seen the popular anime series One Punch Man. It could be just like that. It's like Blast, right? Blast is like out there fighting demons or something.
Yeah.
The number one hero. That's the God Knights, guys. Yeah. Just wait.
And he has a... Oh, I mean, I actually shouldn't spoil, but like... There is a similar dynamic with like Holy Knights and Descendants and stuff like that that's kind of hilarious, given like if in the One Piece world that is the true scope of it, then it makes a lot of things ironic. But obviously, guys, We don't like we. That's
We're
not
just
happening.
coping.
Yeah, we're just messing around with that one. Oh god, it's
They
just
need
funny to
like
think that
a
we.
they do need a genuine buff. Maybe that's what Oda's going for. Oda is nerfing them so hard just because he's gonna give them the most absurd buff later. That's my new cope. Like we're gonna see it. We're gonna get to the Holy Land, and one of the ideas I've been playing with is like Emu being like 5G Wi-Fi. The closer you are to Emu, the stronger you get, which we kind of heard of already based off of Shanks, because the possession works better up there. But just imagine Emu actually gives the God Knights the powers of their ancestors. He'll look at Shamrock and he's like, Shamrock, you now have the power of all of the Figarlands before you. Sommers, you have the power of all the shepherds before you. The Man Meyer girl, you have the power of all the Man Meyers. That'd be crazy. It'd be like all for one or one for all. One of those.
One, it is plausible because like the minks do that, and like theoretically, technically, just not all of them, just like an ancient one, but like with the double layered eyes being a bridge for that thing where now it's basically canon that possession, especially by Emu, results in the double layered eye thing, which brings a lot of questions. But yeah, like with the minks, like that was literally what was described, like they're being taken over, and then like once they get like a synchronization, then they get those eyes, they get the powers, all that stuff. But I think you said something and it just hit me like Jimmy Neutron, brother. Oh my god, you're gonna love this.
Oh, let's
It's
see it.
so bad. It's so bad it's good. And it's so the reason why it's so bad is because you and I have memed on this so much randomly. It's not even like a schedule, it's not a Sukiyaki thing. Oh my god, they have immortality, and one of the worst things in existence in One Piece is fatal fuel. Bro, they could just huff and puff fatal fuel
Oh, there we
endlessly.
go.
And they could take all of the steroids. They could on Cocaine Bear Beppo might be what the Holy Knights end up doing, but they're not affected because they're immortal. The only one they shouldn't really take is the one the Fishman's had, because that one like ages you. But like fatal fuel just kills you in a minute. But if you ever die, oh, that's a good one to take. I listen, guys. I don't know how strong those guys got because they also just died. We don't really know what it did for them. It was just a description of like they got insanely strong, and Crocodile's like, yeah, but like you die in 30 seconds, so I'm just gonna wait. And then they died. And so we don't know. It's honestly limitless. It's the potential is that might be why Oda saved the best for last. Fatal fuel, coked up, Holy Knights. Imagine, oh my god, you know what's even crazy? The Gorosei, when they're in their yokai form, they kind of already got the crazy eyes.
Yeah, they look a little bit
Put War
psychotic.
Curry, you juice up War Curry a little bit. That dude. He's getting stripe. Oh no, they already have stripes. What would they get? Because I think they get like hairy or something.
They get the
Oh my
Hagoromos.
god.
No. I mean, you're not wrong. Like, this sounds like a meme, but that's the thing, right? As we go on, we've only been seeing more and more absurd medicines. Fatal fuel,
Yeah.
energy steroids, mink medicine. We need another one. Maybe Emu has it. Emu will introduce the ultimate drug to the God Knights.
It's the opposite of what Chopper wants, because like Monster Point, like it's the Damia Reversi of a Rumble Ball, essentially, like because Chopper's been adding shit to it, and now like we see the effects on Beppo. Like that's not the Rumble Ball that Kureha like taught him. I think Kureha would be horrified to know what was in that ball now, but Chopper's whole thing is like, I don't want to like die, and Caesar's like, yeah, you don't have to. We can just like fiddle around with this. And Chopper's like, really? Cool. All right. As long as I don't die. And then the Minx thing like brings people back to life and stuff. And so Beppo was the test subject for that, I think. And he seemed fine too. He's good. And on the flip side, all of those drugs are like the exact antithesis. Like Chopper's looking for the cure. Emu is finding like how, oh my, He's dude, Emu's clavicular. Emu is oh my god, he's just a hard pumping. He's looks maxing.
Just wait. Just wait.
Dude, he's doing a Sam Sulik and clavicular combined. That's what we're getting with Emu. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's just speed running death in the dumbest way possible. But you're immortal, so it's not that dumb, right, guys? Like, that might be the route. I honestly could see that. Like, why would they want? Maybe Lily, you had the. Oh my god, Lily was like the. She was churning. She was the one who had the recipe to Fatal Fuel. That's why there's no more left. She was the one cooking up that batch. And Emu was pissed, like, bro, we needed that. Oh my god. Lily. Oh, this is crazy.
I love
It
how
might
much
be
we can
that
cook for
all
the
of
God Knights.
all the national treasures are just drops of Lily's original formula. They're just like little tidbits, and we turn to find out that like there's like devil fruits, and then there's like death liquid. Wait, liquid death. Oh my god, that's an actual thing.
Yeah, it's an
That's
actual
just
like
water.
alcoholic beverage.
No, it's not alcohol. That's just water. It just looks like an alcohol.
Oh, yeah, it does look like alcohol. Yeah, I've never had it. Oh, really? Wait, it's not alcohol?
No, it's water.
Oh.
That's the marketing of it. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm like 90% sure.
That makes sense then. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never tried it. I've just always seen it. It reminds me of like another brand I used to drink a long time ago. So I was like, oh, yeah, it's probably just alcohol.
Yeah. It is intentional, I'm pretty sure.
Huh.
I could be, let me just double check. Liquid death. Water.
Yeah. Liquid death fun facts or something. Just type it into Google.
Yeah, it's sparkling water.
Ah, well, yeah, I thought it was alcohol, so I just never tried it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I feel like my wife would be upset if she saw me. Like, oh man, I'm thirsty. We gotta go for a pit stop. I come back with one of those. She's kicking my ass. Like, what is this?
Dude, that'd be so
I
funny.
swear I'm not
Just
drinking, babe.
liquid death out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, if an officer pulled me over and was like, "How much did you drink?" and I have that in the middle, I'm not blaming them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
they just make the assumption. They're like, I mean, he's been drinking a lot, actually. I mean, look, he has an open canister of liquid death. Please put him down.
Yeah, it's called liquid death too. It's not really like.
Yeah, it's not exactly
It's
like Fiji water, where like the name gives itself away. Like, oh, what is it?
Dude. Oh my god. I think I cooked really hard with this Fatal Fuel thing. Oda saved the worst for last. Like,
The best
actually,
for last. Thank you very much.
It's like the worst for everybody, but the best for them. It's like, oh my god. They like when it's like the U.S. and gas and oil.
What was the other name for Fatal Fuel?
For it.
Hero water.
Yeah, hero water.
What about this? What about this? God water.
God, what? Holy water of God.
What about this too?
That's what we're gonna get.
The Eve tree is the one that's necessary to make this hero God water.
Yeah. Hey.
Make the Eve tree relevant.
All I'm saying, at the end of the day, when you have like the thing is like what we were saying, like Regen Merchant is only valuable if you do shit like this. Where it's like Kirito in Sword Art Online. This is just the reference I feel like is like he's like I mean I think most people get the reference. It's been decades at this point, and it's a thing.
Yeah, it's been a long
where he's
time.
like way over leveled on like a level 5 like level, so everyone else is like level 10 and he's like out there with level 100 stats, and so he just walks through like 15 people like ulting on him, and he just regen like if you have that kind of gap and if you have that kind of power, that's what Saturn should look like. But what happens is, and Sai said this, is like when Usopp hits Gunko, she actually gets half her body blown off and gets stopped. Kirito would just keep walking and be like, yeah, I'm just way over leveled. And that honestly, that's what spewed a lot of the isekais later. But my point is that like Yeah, if I have regen like that, if I'm playing League and I'm doing shit like that, I'm taking all of the pain too. I'm diving the fountain to nuke all of you guys because I can. You know what I mean? So if they have the regen merchant, they better be selling that shit in the sense of like they gotta take all of the things that kill them. Like now I'm gonna think about every single thing that like has been a double-edged sword in One Piece. They have to take all of it. Ice Oni, Rumble Ball, four of them,
Yeah,
not
take
not
4
two,
rumble
not three,
balls.
four. Fatal Fuel here, both. Take the Japanese and the English one. Take both of them. Like, take the mink medicine. Take whatever Beppo took. Take all. Not just one of the energy steroid. You have to take all of what the new Fishman pirates took. All of them. All of them. They have to take the collective amount. It's not. I'm not gonna because like, we saw them. They survived. So if you have immortality, then take all of them. Take more. You know what I mean? Like I unironically want Chopper to reverse engineer it just so that the Holy Knights could have it, so they could be strong. That's what we need. That's what we
And
need.
when they take these medicines, they don't feel the pain. I know they don't die, but don't have them being like, because they would lose aura like that too.
Yeah. This is what you guys should imagine. If you guys thought Harald is cracked out this with just the abyss, imagine you just see him just put his hand in his pocket, pull out like a syringe, just fucking inject God knows what, and just like Hulk out. He's just gonna turn into the Hulk. Hairy, big, white hair, just abomination, and just he can't speak anymore. He's just drooling, and he's just like it's just like sort of looks like Harold. That's what they can do. That's what they are. Kind of when I think about the yokai forms, that kind of is what kind of happens. They kind of like like Sanji was saying that too. Like when he saw like was it Saturn's eyes, he's like, yo,
He's crazy.
what drugs you been taking, bro? Like he's literally like, what you eat? You might need to throw that one up, bro.
They don't call him the
gosh.
defense god of science for nothing.
Dude, oh my god, I can't wait to see his lab now. It's just Walter White. He's just fucking meth.
It's not even really his lab anymore. It's gonna be York's lab.
Yeah, well, right now Garling has it, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
Garling
wait, are you
has it, but
talking
he's
about-
also in charge of York. So it's like I bet it's gonna bet it's gonna go crazy.
Oh yeah, York could cook. Did they have? Oh, they had green blood, and the green blood was toxic, right? Like if you had too much green blood, that could kill you too.
Yeah.
Dude,
Garling's gonna figure
we're
out the end.
on
Dude,
it.
imagine if Garling's like a way better scientist than Saint Saturn. It'd be kind of sad.
Yeah, we're gonna see the final saga. When you expect Shanks to be at the front line, he's actually just cooking up with Chopper.
Oh, did you see one of Oda's editors made like a funny little panel about about Saint Saturn? Remember how we talked about like,
What?
oh, I bet the Gorsei's really sad that Saint Saturn died. I guess one of Oda's editors drew up like a little mock thing of Saint Saturn dying, and all the elders looked really sad, and then Garling's just kind of chilling there, like, fucking, taking his spot. That was hilarious.
I mean, it makes sense that they'd be sad.
Yeah,
it's weird
dude,
that
friends
no
for
one
200
talked
years
about it.
plus, like potentially 900 years. Oh man, I'd be heartbroken. Like that was Saturn's chair, you know. Whenever you said X, Y, or Z, you know Saturn would respond. You know what he ate for lunch and dinner. You probably hanged out with them. You probably owned slaves with them. And now it's like he's gone, dude.
They probably could have accepted it if they like looked at the resume. Like if Emu just said like, yeah, you remember Emmett? You remember how you guys all got ejected from like reality because of that robot? Yeah, that was Saturn's fault. You know that? And then they'd be like, oh shit, yeah, kill him. You know what I mean? Like I could see them coming around for it, especially with this like this god mentality. But the problem wasn't the action. It was like they didn't even get email. They just found out that their coworker got killed by their boss. Like and it wasn't by like, hey, I'm killing him. It was the replacement showed up and just continued work. It was like super dystopic. It was scary for no reason. It was almost a message to them. It was almost a
Yeah,
message
like
in
don't
like
mess up,
you're all
guys.
replaceable. Yeah, but the issue there is that like they're not replaceable. Please help me, God. There's no we can't replace them with hot trash.
Oh,
Okay, like
imagine
we're
this. I think everybody's been talking about this, and I like the idea. But
no
imagine
stop.
what?
No, I just you just sound like you're trolling.
What? No. Uh,
Okay, all right. Let's
Everybody's
see.
been talking about how if another Gorosei member dies, like let's say Nasujuro, his replacement easy, Kaido.
Uh huh. How isn't he dead? Sorry.
No, no, Kaido's not dead. But just imagine
Uh,
that though, right? Like, I think people have been spouting the theory: Big Mom and Kaido could come back as Gorosei members.
Honestly, I'm per what I was saying earlier. It makes less sense that they didn't even do it. You know, because the Mother Caramel was probably the right, like the cipher pulls like this crazy lady thinks we're gonna make her an admiral. You think she could be the face of justice? No, she's gonna be the ass of darkness, bro. Like that's they like she was gonna be the Gorosei. Honestly, and when you think about it, Kaido and Big Mom would be really good Gorosei members. Like, given what they were doing, they were just like sitting in a chair most of the time,
Just
just like
hanging out.
delegating out tasks. You know, they had like one good like soldier, which was King and Katakuri, and those two didn't really do much, so they sent like the trash ones out, and like Big Mom's like they didn't make sense to send out. So like it helped that she had like mindless souls that she could send out, but Kaido just sent out Jack. And I feel like that is a like an analogy to the Gorosei, right? Like the Gorosei kind of did have that too, where it's like they have like the Holy Knights, and then they were just sending like CP5 and CP3 and who's who to the Nika fruit. Like it's worse than Jack. I would rather send Jack to do that, right? Am I wrong? Like I would rather send Jack. At the end of the day, like that it's true. Someone fight me on that. It is kind of true. I don't Big Mom kind of good. They'd be like, hey guys. These we have better workers here. We gotta do some workers training. We gotta do some meritocracy up in this. It doesn't help just to go to this temple of Shangri-La. We need to work for it. Oh my god, they would actually. Oh my god, Kaido Big Mom as Gorosei would actually be. That'd be better than Stephen Paul saving us from translations. That would be the best. That'd be the best thing to happen to Gorosei. Oh god.
Yeah, just
Oh
bring in
god.
all the Pirates as Gorosei members. Just we need to recycle them out.
At this point, it's like the dude, it's the reverse Naruto. It's kind of weird. It's like I don't even know. Yeah, it is a little weird because it's like um I take them. Like I'm rooting. I want them at the. There was a point where I was like, yeah, I don't want like Ito Tensei or whatever it's called. No, actually, Rocks, Big Mom, Kaido, uh, come back as Gorosei members. I'm okay with that now. All of a sudden, I'm okay
You're
with
okay with
it.
the Ito Tensei?
Yeah, just like I'm joking, but like
I mean,
there is a
a
weird
realistic way to do it
part.
would just be to like say, "Oh, we're bringing back all the OGs from the Void Century, all the 20 kings and queens." If they
Yeah,
were
yeah.
fighters,
I
for
mean, like,
example. Yeah.
yeah. There's a world like you said it earlier, and I don't know if like I think you meant it as like an nth tier. Like you can't. There's not really like a version of it that you're thinking of, but you're saying like you believe that the Holy Knights and possibly the Gorsei are probably going to get like an insane upgrade. And I wouldn't even think that like the Fatal Fuel and all that stuff would be that. That would just be like the lead up to it. That would be like, haha, now you have to beat us on drugs. And it's like, oh shit, they beat us on drugs. Time for this last final crazy summoning jutsu. And then it's like from 3,000 years ago, Nika's younger brother. And then it's like, Sora or some shit, And then like the Holy Knights have just like the embodiments of them. And then like it's just deadly. You know what I mean? Like they can't come back from it. It it's just death at that point. But they needed to do it to fight, right, and win. So it could be something like that. I could see something like that. Like, and we talked about it, like the movie, the Cursed Sword one. That's kind of like that. And I think some of the other movies is the Island, the Baron Matsuri one. That one's kind of like that too. It's like all full sacrificial for this like
The
anomaly
flower
type
god.
thing. So yeah, which pretty apt. But yeah, I could see that. It's weird to say that that's the cope only because we were out here thinking, but they're gonna fight like space aliens. But like, hey guys, this one might make a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
I think maybe.
That might be a really good poll later. Just like, will the God Knights get buffed? Will they get a genuine buff by Emu, or will they just be the same guys they are? Which yeah. Hey, another cope is just that losing to the Roger Pirates over and over, that made them nothing but stronger. It's true. Okay,
I
think
remember
about it.
now. You said the training arc. You said, "Oh yeah, God Valley was there, Marineford." Yeah,
Yes.
and then they died perpetually
And
on Roger.
Roger is their Ruskina.
No, because that would make them kid. Just constantly dying on the Holy Knights without Conquerors are just kid.
I don't know what you're talking about. So we go on, and we see that Loki has successfully beaten Ragnir.
Oh my god, I forgot about Ragnir and all these They can't even touch the squirrel. They can't even.
No, they can beat the squirrel.
No, they can't beat the squirrel, but the squirrel
100%.
can't beat them until the squirrel learns haki, right? That's what it is. It's just the squirrel needs to learn haki. But this squirrel is Timothy, bro. Like, I believe he could. I believe he could learn haki.
This squirrel, is it mythical? Is it regular? Like, what is your take on this squirrel right now?
I know I was being a little silly, goofy boy on stream because there was a very obvious calculation I think we needed to make. I was contemplating like, oh, is it a squirrel that ate the hammer fruit or the hammer that ate the squirrel fruit? It has to be this hammer because it was touching the sea stone chain.
Yeah.
So you can't just stay in your devil fruit transformation. That makes no sense. Especially when like Luffy like got drained by stepping on it. So like I'm sure the hammer directly touching it for years on end drained it by this point. So it has to be the hammer first. Eating a mythical Ratatosker.
Oh, you think it's mythical, huh?
Fruit. I think it's mythical. I think it's mythical because you know, as I mentioned on stream, Sai at the lead up to the chapter normally doesn't do this, but this is also a weird, funky week, you know. And it was mainly the GIF. The GIF itself was hilarious. It was just Sandy Cheeks dancing on a grave, and I had a funny first take. You guys can check the stream out to see what I said there. But
yeah, I don't like spoiling Par, but every now and then I'm like, okay, Par, this GIF is fucking goofy, man. Check this out.
Yeah. And then with this one, immediately once Sai just like hit me with like, hey, Par, just think about this seriously. Because the first half I was just like, is this a SpongeBob episode? What episode is this from? I was like stun locked on that part. And then I was thinking like, Sandy Cheeks, she wears a suit. So is this about celestial dragons? And then, yeah, there was other things I mentioned. But immediately once I got I was like, oh, we gotta be serious. Okay, sure, fine. Ratatosker. And the thing is, like, it's not even just that. It's like I modeled my Discord after that to the point where it could play out to be exactly that. Like, we have the owl to be the bird. It could be that Loki is one of the birds. Like, his devil fruit transformations could be the bird resemblance. It could be that Loki's the worm or the snake slithering thing that Nidhogg is supposed to be. But I do think that it would be a mythical one. And I think it has to be, because anything else would be so disrespectful to Harald, bro. You're telling me he couldn't even be an ancient squirrel, a regular squirrel,
hey,
a generic
it could even be
squirrel?
a magical squirrel from the Void Century.
Okay, if it's
a special race,
then I'm fine. If it's a devil fruit, it has to be mythical. If it's just like a Zunisha, right? I'm not out here saying like, oh, it's mythical elephant Zunisha. No one's saying that, right? We know it's like mythical because it's like 1,000 years old, right? If the squirrel shares that, then yeah, it's not mythical, right? But as far as devil fruits go, then if you gave me the Zunisha fruit, that is a mythical fruit. Stop. There's no, you know what I mean? If you gave me this fruit, because like I don't even know what's the strong part of the hammer. Is the hammer strong or is the squirrel strong? You know what I
I
mean?
think
Because
both.
like when you
I think
think
it's like a
about it,
legendary hammer plus like a legendary squirrel.
yeah, I agree with that. But like the other nuance of it to tack on to the whole thing about like not only did the squirrel tank this hit and was kind of fine, it also tanked the hit and then stayed in its full transformation thereafter. That's kind of nuts. You know what I mean? It's usually the case that you revert back to like your base once you're like tapped out. No, this squirrel's like, time to go harder. And he just stayed in his squirrel form and gave us the cutest scenes after, which also I don't even know what Oda's going with this. Like, was the test just giving it brain damage? Was it's just like, is CTE? Is it just like
Yeah,
a toddler that
it
just
could be Conqueror's
bounces his head
haki.
against the wall?
Like maybe it's like, oh, like it sees that you have Conqueror's haki and now it backs off. Or ooh, initially I thought it was gonna be the eyes too. Like, oh, like the minute it sees Loki's eyes, it's like, oh, you are the one.
Oh my God, Sai, I got it.
What's
I
up?
got it. No, this isn't the Ratatusker. Oh my God, dude, this is. I need to make videos. It just the sauce can't just keep leaking out via this, bro. This squirrel is none other than Doriki. The Doriki
Oh, the
scale.
Doriki scale. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is where
Hey,
the Doriki
so
came from.
to
He
anybody
measured
who
it.
doesn't remember what Doriki is, it is the CP
Doriki.
power scaling power that Fukuro used.
Felt like Dragon Ball.
Yeah, where Rob Lucci, Kaku, Khalifa, Bluno, and Nero was dead by that point. They showed back up, and the first thing they did was Fukuro jumped at them. They all attacked Fukuro, and then he gave them Dorikis, which is just their power
Yeah, and
level.
he's just like gave them, and we got a numbering, and then like Lucci
If
was
this
well
squirrel
above. He was like,
is Mr. Doriki, that'd be kind of cool.
yeah, no, because like the thing was, Fukuro had to get punched, and he was able to take the punch. It like because you got to think about it. If like Lucci's punching somebody, it's hurting.
Yeah.
It's a feat to not get hurt. So like Fukuro doing that like is kind of special in and of itself. And like Doriki, me and Saya have talked about it. As weird as it sounds, we've talked about it before. I personally like it as far as its relation to One Piece because the logic that I like it for has never failed me. Because the logic is anything relating to Goku is coming. Anything related to Dragon Ball, if you see it, like I had a video, observation hockey video. Shanks is the main guy. I said that he probably has teleportation. He could probably go across the world instantly. Yeah, the Bismarck. But then I also was like, I think he can communicate at a distance. Mind rope hockey thing what he's doing at Aramaki, like, and all of that. I was saying because like I think Oda's gonna give it to him because Shanks is his Goku. I straight out word for word said that. I said if there's any character to get it at this point in the series, it's probably going to be Shanks. And I was not that wrong. Like, yeah, something shifted here and there, but like the sentiment was there. And Doriki as a concept in Dragon Ball is one of the most iconic moments, period. Over 9,000 power scaling, like that's where it came from. You know what I mean?
It's
Like the
so
punch
cooked,
machine
man.
came
Like,
afterwards.
I don't know if you remember, like, after the whole, like, Vegeta thing, right? They still try to shoehorn, like, power, I don't even like power levels in every now and then. And it just got so cooked because, like, we're, like, in the billions and in, like, the 100 millions. And so, okay, now this shit's not even making sense anymore. Now we're just going off the walls. Like, I think Rildo, for example, I don't know if you guys remember Rildo from GT. He had like I think 65 million or just something stupid. And it's like, wait, what? 65 million? He's like a bajillion Vegetas or something? Like what's going on over here?
Yeah, and then it was the meta to not have high base power because you're just being wasteful. And it was actually like the Super Saiyan thing to be like underestimated, and then you could like like a billion times multiplier power after Super Saiyan 2. And
Yeah.
then they're like, what? Where did this come from? His hair turned yellow. What are we talking
And then
about?
they get into
And then when
multipliers
they-
like, oh, Super Saiyan's like a 5,000x multiplier. Like, what? Huh?
Yeah, and then wasn't it Super Saiyan God? They just like it just disappeared because now it's God energy.
I don't
They
even
can't sense it
remember.
anymore.
I
Yeah.
usually turn my brain off when I hear about the power level stuff. I'm like, oh, you know what? We're just gonna have fun with it. We're just gonna go with it. Come on.
Dude.
And then you see Krillin
If
clashing with
this-
like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, like his Kamehameha is like
this-
equaling Goku's in God form. It's like, I don't know if that should happen, but sure. I think.
If this scroll is Doriki, bro, I might pee myself on stream. Like like literally, that would be so funny and so random, but also could work. And also, I feel like Doriki. If I were to name a squirrel, I feel like Doriki kind of sounds like a squirrel's name. I'm not gonna lie.
Doriki the squirrel.
It's
Yeah, I
like-
see it. I see the vision.
Yeah, it's like it was made for it. You know what I mean? Ooh, ooh, guys, remember me. If next chapter we get the squirrel's name and it's Doriki, just remember me. It's the Doriki no me.
So,
oh my God.
You know, memes about the squirrel aside, I think we will legitimately get origins for the six powers in the Void Century.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, I think
Agreed.
that's gonna be like a technique that, like, I guess the 20 kings and queens had a long time ago, or like their guards even. Like, we will probably get like backstory to all the world government secrets and like their techniques. It's gonna happen.
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope at least.
hope
You know, I nowadays. Knowing how Oda's playing with the God Knights, we're just gonna learn that they saw it off like the back of a magazine.
Yeah, and no, they like saw it and it's like, I don't need that. I'm immortal. And it's like, no, not Regen.
Imagine that like God Knight training session. We see what it's like when they start sparring each other or learning techniques. They're like, actually, we don't have to train. We're immortal, guys. Come on. Oh, dude, I'd be rolling in my grave.
I would die inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would die
inside.
I would act. If that happens, guys, just know that a part of me actually died on stream, like straight up. And it's not even like, I know I'm memeing, but also it's not an exaggeration. Like me and Sai have been talking about One Piece weekly, and like we measure these things, and that for that to be the case, like we're holding out for aliens, we're holding out for fatal fuel, hero water. Turns out, no, they're their worst enemy. Like Oda hates them, they hate themselves.
And, you know, like I
they're
said, my agenda aside, because I like the God Knights. I think they're kind of fun. Like, I just want villains to be strong. You know, like, imagine MHA and the League of Villains, and they're just buns. You know what I mean? Like, imagine Naruto, the Akatsuki, they're buns. Like, that doesn't make for, like, fun fights, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why I want the
And it
God Knights to be
wasn't-
strong. I want it to be cool
and it
fights.
wasn't that they got their showing out on like 4 seasons ago, like 4th tier villain. You know what I mean? Like yeah, if you come around and then they like Sommers is now fighting Pero Sparrow. That's not gonna do it for me. You know what I mean? Like that's honestly a little bit better than the Revs being like their end all. Like if it turns out that Sommers is fighting like the cow, I died. I didn't. It's not dying inside. No, I died. Like that's just death. Like that's just not even.
Yeah.
There's no more holding out.
And then,
that'd
like,
be worse than finding out that their enemy is Bogart. Like
If-
I like Bogart, but don't do that to me. Like
Yeah, if they don't fight the Revs, then we have to look at Conqueror haki usage. And let's say this is... Sommers is... I don't even know. Who's the first Conquerors that pop into your head? Like, Kid, I guess? Like, yeah, Kid's final opponent is Saint Sommers. Like, that's... It's kind of silly. If Sommers is like this week,
Yo-
I mean, yeah, I don't know if I'd be super excited, but we'll see.
I was just thinking about how, you know how like technically like Sabo, like Robin learned fishman karate, not a fishman. Koala learned fishman karate, not a fishman. And the thing is, Sabo learned something else, and when confronted with it, Robin, they were like, we could teach you either or, which one? And we don't know if she learned both, but we know for a fact she learned fishman one. And that's all stemming from Dragon Shore. I'm not, that's not the route I'm going for. But there is like a nonsensical reality where it's like, what if like Dragon has been doing the unthinkable? And like, he's been like cultivating conquerors. Like we just see some random ass like
Dude.
insanity pop out. And like when you think about it, like how do I train a conqueror? Put them through what Kuma went through. Not even second command gets anything better. You gotta fight for your own family, brother. Get that conquerors.
It would be
You
awesome
didn't
if
get her
Dragon
back as
had a
not-
group of conquerors, I will admit.
Dude. And hey, if here's the main problem. Here's the main problem that this chapter poses. Is that like Shanks and Scopper corroborate that like there's a one-dimensional weakness. Like there's not they haven't even entertained anything else. There hasn't been a moment besides Chopper running and jumping off of a goddamn cliff. There hasn't been a moment of actual concrete evidence that it is anything other than Conquerors. Roger and Garp used it. Loki's using it. Scopper and Shanks are consciously talking about it. Like Shanks is out here giving us patch notes about this, and then he sits here, is like, "Whoa, Scopper, you got the leaks. You already know about the things." Like, yeah, I had sandbox mode when you were a kid. You didn't know, and it's like crazy because what that does is it puts Dragon in a hole where when he says our war starts with the Holy Knights, and if their weakness is one of one Conqueror's haki and Dragon has not prepared for that, that's terrible for him. That's terrible for the story. That's just all around terrible. That's a terrible situation to be put in. But then the alternative is even weirder. What am I saying? That Mortally has Conqueror's haki and we just haven't, like, he's just waiting for the Holy Knight? That doesn't make sense. But of the revs, who would have it, right? Are we gonna say Koala and Sabo? Is it because they are spies and they're playing espionage and they're literally living the life that the Holy Knights should be living? Like the CP9 and everybody else are living what the Holy Knights should be doing, but the Holy Knights are regen merchants, and the revs aren't. They're so not the regen merchants, we meme on them. And so if they do survive all this, maybe some of them did get Conqueror's haki. And I kind of think about like Garp, right? Garp was like horrible to Luffy, threw him down a ravine, floated him up to the sky, and then when Marineford came about, and he's like, so you were a conqueror. And it's like, he was trying to do the Yamato thing that Kaido did, but like he didn't want to starve him, right? Like that's like the one thing that he didn't do. And like, you know, Ace had it unlocked because his best friend as a child got beaten. That's like, yeah, Garp isn't just gonna start beating up Ace in front of Luffy to unlock it, right? But like, when you think about Dragon and what he did to Kuma, maybe he was just waiting. Hey, maybe Kuma unlocks Conquerors. Maybe, shit, he didn't do it. Now he's a robot.
You had
God
to give
damn it.
Conquerors to one of the revs, minus Sabo.
Besides Sabo.
Yeah, besides Sabo, because that's like Sabo, Dragon, obvious ones. Who'd you give it to? Because I think I'd want to go for...
We have to minus
Gambit.
Karasu. That's not fair. Gambit. Oh, the girl.
No.
The one-armed girl?
Gambit is the egg.
That's Ahuru.
Yeah, hey, I like stupid. I like stupid things, man. Give it to the stupid egg.
Dude.
Humpty Dumpty.
No, I'm with it because like, yeah, it's memes, but like I could see it. Oh, don't push me off this wall. You don't want to see me on the edge. You fucking cracked. And then you just see haki bursting from the broken shell. Like, that would kind of be insane.
How do you like your eggs?
Oh, God.
Scrambled! And it just starts screaming out. Oh, what if it had Sun God Nika powers? Have you ever seen an egg sunny side up?
Yo, there is one character that is a regen merchant outside the Holy Knights that we kind of don't know what is happening here.
Oh, Tamago?
But yeah, Tamago, and he's like the egg chicken guy.
Yeah.
Which kind of is thematic at the moment. But like, if Humpty Dumpty had some shit like that, and he's just like, "You're not the only one who's immortal. Haven't you heard of it?" Oh yeah, wait. Oh my god. Oh my god. The Holy Knights are yokai, right? So like horror kid stories, whatever. And then the revs are gonna be the fairy tales, like the children nursery rhymes, like Humpty Dumpty and like the other shit. There's gonna be more.
Children's
That's
fairy
probably
tales.
what it is. Yeah, like it might be that Karusu's like ring around the rosy or something, because I'm pretty sure that one was about the plague, and so it's like everyone hold each other's hands until we all die or something. And
Yeah.
that's the whole point of falling down. So it might be that they're all kind of based off of like to counter the Holy Knights. This doesn't make anything better for the Holy Knights, by the way. It's just like thematically it could be cool, and it's only for the Rev side because like I'm sorry, Cerberus versus Humpty Dumpty isn't cool.
It would be cool if Humpty Dumpty had Conqueror's haki, though. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I guess, but you're not gonna catch me going like out like in public, be like, oh my god, Humpty Dumpty just fucked up Cerberus.
Sounds like something out of Shrek at this point.
Yeah, no, straight up. Yeah, no, actually, it's gonna be something like a Shrek's, like, they pivoted some things, did some things. It's probably, huh.
Children's fairy tales.
Yeah, like the happier ones that have like dark backstories, like those ones. Humpty Dumpty's kind of messed up because I think like it's like Humpty Dumpty and like Jack and Jill get like conflated too, I think sometimes, right?
Not really.
Wasn't it like, I feel like there's a version where it's together.
I don't know if they're ever together.
But,
Humpty Dumpty and Jack and Jill.
Yeah, I feel like there's the dark versions or whatever. Dark Jack and Jill. I don't know what this is gonna get me. I don't know what this is gonna get.
Googling Dark Jack and Jill. Imagine you type it in and it's just actually a picture of Garling.
Yo, no.
Oda's secret notes.
Dark. The first thing, grunge. The dark origins of Jack and Jill nursery rhyme. I'm cooking. That's all I'm gonna say. According to nursery rhymes of Mother Goose. What? Mother Goose.
Yeah, Mother Goose.
I don't. You know what's funny? I'm saying all this. I don't actually know many nursery rhymes. My mom didn't teach me. So like when
your
when
heritage doesn't really,
No, my brother learned. I have an older brother. He learned all of it before he went to school. My mom took me to preschool, and the first memory, I'm pretty sure this is the first thing. We walk in, and all the kids are sitting in a circle, and they're just chanting shit, and my mom just like go along, and I'm like, I don't know what they're doing. I'm like, I don't know the word. I don't know what are they? Why are they? How do they all know what's next? I was terrified.
It's like they're possessed by Jack and Jill.
Dude, they were singing "Ring Around the Rosie." I was like, I started crying. I was like, my mom, and like she said, like she had to watch to make sure I'm like, okay. I was like, I would have been fine if you just taught me the nursery rhymes like you did with my brother. Why did you teach him? And none of you guys thought it would be a good thing to teach me. I was out there thinking they were doing like black magic. Like what the fuck? Like this shit was scary.
I just thought of something so cool, like a fun little social experiment. What if we have like let's say we get this kid, right? 1 year old, blah blah, and we never show them the color green. Do you think they'll discover the color green on their own?
Maybe it's not important enough, Actually, no, stoplights.
No. Like, but like we tailor their life, and they live in a city that has no green at all. Like, do you think they'll eventually like discover like this quote hidden color green?
Yo.
or do you think they'll just never realize that green was ever missing?
That's how sometimes, like in the year 2025, when like you see an article, it's like, we just discovered, and it's like something that is existed, and it's like not a discovery, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, that's there. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean discovered? You mean you just figured out a use for it, right? Like that. I feel like green colors are one of those things that like you have to discover it in a world where it's like tailored for you not to discover it. You have to be autistic to find it.
What about this? What about instead we like foster a kid to where they only have black and white. They have no color at all. Do you think they'll discover colors in general? Like any color? Like blue, purple, like red,
their
yellow?
Eyes can only see black and white?
Yes, their eyes can only see black and white.
Like Quartzark? Quartzark, we asked Quartzark, hey, fuck up this kid.
Yeah.
Just hit him with the Ragnir test. Hit him with,
They can
hit him
only
real
see
quick.
black and white, but not even like different shades of black and white, just black and white. Do you think they'll eventually discover
I feel
color?
like people can only see. No, right? Because like they can only see black and white, right? Like,
No.
I don't think you
But
can just-
let's say the minute they see a different color, they can discover it. Okay.
This is one of the.
Here's
I'm
the
gonna get
way to
hit by
put
the
it.
comments.
Here-
Par, you suck at hypotheticals.
You
no,
do.
this hypothetical sucks.
You cannot play with hypotheticals at all.
This one sucked.
No. Okay. How about this?
You didn't even use
The
Quartzark.
kid can see colors.
Uh-huh.
The kid can see colors, but the only things they're surrounded by are black and white.
Oh yeah, they'll discover it. Yeah.
Really?
Easily.
How?
Yeah. Static shock. That's how I would discover it. When you like eat the blanket and you take it out of the laundry and you just start seeing zaps, that can't be black and white. That can't be. No,
We make it black
Ain't
and
no way,
white,
brother.
This is a tailor-made city.
Wait, how you tailor make the electricity?
We paid it
Quartzark?
off.
We paid off the electricity bill.
Yes, everyone is paid off, so everything is just black and white. Will the kid discover color on their own?
If everything's black and white, and even electricity, will they discover color if they're capable of seeing color? They're emo and they start cutting themselves. We couldn't have possibly done something to their blood.
Their blood is
Ha!
also black and white.
What?
Yes.
How did you do that?
I like how you didn't ask, like, why are all the people black and white? Like, we're literally all just, like, pure white and pure black.
Oh.
Yeah, no, like, everything is black and white. We thought of every contingency. Every possible scenario.
Okay, so if we thought of every contingency, then no, there's no way he discovers black and
Really?
anything
You don't think
besides-
so? What are you, crazy?
You just said every contingency.
Yeah, but I mean, the kid's imagination, though, is what I'm asking. Because this
I'm
goes back
so
to, like, what
bad
we're
at
talking about, like, with the God
hypotheticals.
Knights.
He
Like,
said
imagination,
he
man.
thought of every contingency, and then he started laughing when I said that. I'm losing it.
So, yeah, you don't think the kid will discover color?
No, we thought of every contingency. Unless we're stupid, unless we are stupid, then yeah, I feel like.
But how
it's
about this?
impossible, right?
When they do discover color, we have to, like, go through, like, a 5-day period where we gaslight them into thinking they're just crazy. Do you think they discover it then?
I don't know.
Like, they look at us, they're like, Mr. Sai, Mr. Parr, I think I found a new color. I'm calling it blue. But we're like, oh, it's not real.
Yeah, it's not.
Do you
real.
think
We
he would stick to his
gaslight. It's
guns
easy.
and say that it's a real color?
Nah,
just give up?
It's not worth it. Yeah, but you know what stunlocked me a while back at this point because I didn't know this hypothetical would be so hypothetical. But do you know about the double jigger?
What is the double jigger? Is that like a kid's fairy tale? What is that?
Yeah, bro.
Wait.
It's short for jackpot. Apparently, okay. So I'm gonna read this paragraph. I didn't get a chance to fully read it because Quartzark was doing some shit to me. But according to Nursery Rhymes of Mother Goose, the popular little ditty, which was likely what ditty? Okay, that's weird. So random. Was most likely first published all the way back in the mid 1700s. May actually be referring to a 17th century tax on alcoholic beverages. Some believe that the supposedly cheerful nursery rhyme actually has its origins in the reign of King Charles I of England and his attempts to raise taxes on measures of liquid. The original version of the rhyme featured Jack and Gill, which was eventually changed to Jill in later publications. A gill also happened to be another term for a quarter pint measure of liquid, while a jack, short for a jackpot or a double jigger,
Wait,
was a measure of volume equal to half pint, according to Britannica.
fascinating.
Yeah.
When you say double jigger, the first thing I thought of was the Jika Jika no Mi and Kid. And it's like, dude, maybe that's what Oda's going for.
Wait. Let me hold on. I saw something that piqued my interest here. Enough about kid. According to Owlcation, I have to verify that. That's such a dumb thing.
According to
Kings
Fairfax,
Charles one, the first one. Oh my God, King Charles one. King Charles the first wanted to implement tax reform by increasing taxes on jacks or half pints, but Parliament refused to do so. Undeterred, the king decided instead to simply reduce the volume a jack would hold. Oh my God, this sounds like King Bakori. This sounds like some type of shit he would do. By lowering the imperial measure of the half pint line, which is indicated by a crown symbol.
Ooh.
Thus, Jack lost his crown, and reduced volume on the gill soon followed, or came tumbling after. With the volume on jacks and gills reduced, King Charles the First got his tax increased without technically raising the price on beverages. Oh my God.
That's pretty smart.
That could
I'm gonna promise you right now,
Yeah.
the king didn't think of that himself. It was an advisor.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah, it was not King Charles, bro. I did not put that on him.
I would almost argue, I wonder how many people he killed until he got that answer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
Like,
have 1
so
week to
we
raise the
can't-
prices in a crafty manner.
Yeah, we can't change the measurements, sir. They're the standard of England. Then change something else, you half-twit.
But
guess
king,
we
if
could
you
change the
can't
cups.
figure it out, how am I supposed to?
Off with the head. And all the king's men. How does the Jack and Jill nursery rhyme? I don't even know the nursery rhyme. I just self.
Oh, you know.
Jack and
Okay,
Jill.
this would be insane. But imagine if the person who figured it out was a guy named Eustace Kidder.
Eustace Kidder.
Eustace Kidder. Captain Kidder.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after.
You know-
Up Jack got, and home did trot as fast as he could caper to old Dame Dob. Dame Dob.
Dame Dob, who the hell was
Who
that?
patched his knob. What? Who patched his knob? Wait, he gave him a blowjob? What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure Knob means something else, but yeah.
Yeah, but with vinegar and brown paper. That sounds like he just took. Bro. What?
They were getting freaky back then, man.
Yo, who is old Dame Dob? I'm asking for a friend. No, I'm joking.
No, I will say this, you know, we're joking about like the fairy tale stuff, but I do think that if the Revs end up being children's fairy tales versus the yokai monsters of the God Knights, I think that would be a God Knight upscale. Because everybody loves children's stories.
I don't know what I was waiting for you to say. What did I expect? Let's be honest.
That's a God Knight upscale. I'll take that one. We God Knight fans, we'll take that one to the bank. Thank you very much.
Can you guys? I'm gonna comment in the comments. Can you like my comment if you thought that's I was gonna say that? Because I just need to know how like why did I think he was gonna say anything else? I'm so lost.
I feel like that's the most obvious thing I would say.
I thought you were gonna say something nice about Dragon. I thought you were gonna tell me some cooked ass thing about Dragon that you figured out of a nursery. I thought you were gonna be like, oh yo, I'm the Biblo of nursery rhymes or something. But no, you're just like, nah. Shamrock upscale.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
God Knight upscale, 100%. You're telling me they're fighting
Like,
Toon
if there's
Force?
a-
Yeah, okay. Heard.
Like, okay, you know what it is?
Done.
Okay, nursery rhyme about a dog. Like, now where I'm Bingo. Bingo was his name-o. You know what it is? It's gonna be like Shamrock is gonna be the villain of that one. Like the dog. He's gonna be the dog in the thing. Wait, being popular.
I mean, we did kind of have like a children's story already with the Smurfs, Hansel and Gretel and stuff. Oda isn't shy of doing kid stories in One Piece.
Yeah, I gotta see. Oh man, I gotta ask my son. He's cooking. I think he's listening to one right now. Actually,
Hey, son.
that's crazy.
What is Oda doing next? Goo goo gaga.
Oh my god, he was memeing so hard on that because like he he never said goo goo gaga.
Yeah.
But he's watching Miss Rachel, and he wants to watch the episode where she's taking care of a baby and she's imitating a baby, so she's like goo goo gaga. So my Zenith turns to me, he's like, goo goo gaga, what's
He's
that,
reverting.
Dad? and he just like, it's, I don't want to trigger anybody, but it felt like the 6-7 meme this morning, but with goo goo gaga. He was just like, goo goo gaga, dada. And I'm like, oh no,
dude.
Oh no.
What would you say if like your kid right now got the Benjamin Button disease and he started aging backwards? like what would you do if you woke up and your kid tomorrow is like younger than he was the day before?
That would be crazy.
That'd be scary, dude.
Wait, is that how that works? Wouldn't he have to be old first? Or wait, how does that work?
I mean, in the Benjamin Button movie, yeah, he starts as like a decrepit old man, then he becomes a kid, then he just dies.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
I mean, it's like My Hero Academia, right? All for one. He just becomes a little baby at the end.
I think I have I have a super long gray hair somewhere here. We were just talking about gray hairs, and I was like brushing my teeth this morning, and like my hair was shaking, and I just saw like 4 of them. I was like, oh, it's happening. It's starting. 2026.
What would you say if you drank your son's blood, you would get younger? Would you do
Dude, that guy's full of shit, bro.
Yeah, Benjamin Button, man. I didn't like those movies, man. I hate those movies.
Well, not that guy, the other guy.
Oh.
What's that? He's like the reverse. He's Clavicular's nightmare. He's literally the billionaire guy who looked back and is like, why don't I just suck my son's blood? Huh. Everyone should do that.
Oh,
and Clavicular's like, yeah, that's.
You're talking about the guy who wants to say like eternally young, so he gets like nonstop plastic surgeries. Yeah.
Yeah. Neither one is a good influence, by the way. I'm just saying that like all the stuff Clavicular is talking about, I was like, he's talking about some boogeyman. I was like, wait, no, he's actually talking about that guy. That guy straight up that dude.
Do you remember? I think this guy still exists. This is the last tangent. Then we'll get back to One Piece. But there was a guy who got nonstop plastic surgery so he could be Korean.
I know about the one that was like the guy wanted to turn into a tiger.
Yeah, there's
like
the tiger guy, there's the demon guy, and then this is the Korean guy. It's like this white guy who wanted to like become very Korean, so he got like I don't even know what surgeries they are, but like he got like so many of them. He just looks like an amalgamation now. He looks horrifying. Yeah. If anybody's interested, which it's a nasty picture. Just look up the guy who's becoming Korean.
Sorry, I just got.
Should have visited just Ivankov. Could have made it a little bit easier.
I was just so grateful that Bingo wasn't Bingo. That could have been really bad.
Bingo was his
apparently
name.
An early version of it is like so. I'm looking at the lyrics of it, and I just see N, capital G, capital O. But my dyslexia I was like, what did this say?
Yeah, your brain rotted,
and
dude.
It's like, but this is the farmer's dog leapt over the stile. His name was Little Bingo. The farmer's dog leapt over the stile. His name was Little Bingo. B with an I with an N with a G with an O. His name was Little Bingo. I ain't never heard that version. What in the hell is that?
Because it just doesn't roll the tongue. It's just a hard one to remember.
Oh, it's Bingo and Stingo and Jingo.
Oh, it's like a
wait.
A triad.
Yeah. The farmer loved a cup of good ale. He called it rare good Stingo. The farmer loved a good cup of ale. He called it rare good Stingo. ST with an I with an N with a G with an O. Okay, you get the point. And then the last one. And is this not a sweet little song? I think it is by Jingo.
It's a pretty awful song.
This is the worst. This is a good. There's a reason why this one changed.
Yeah, it had to go through like a couple of revisions for kids.
Yeah.
It's just Jingo a lot to remember. The guy's just like reciting the alphabet.
In the song, they blamed it on somebody. Like, that's rare. This shitty song is by Jingo. Jingo. Like, that's crazy.
I remember that one.
What do you mean remember that one? This shitty song is by Jingo?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
Bingo. Yeah, people used to sing that all the time.
Oh, yeah, the bingo one. Yeah,
the bingo one, yeah.
Yeah, way better. Well, shout outs to the person who reformed it, I guess. I'm gonna find out it was some horrible. It's like Hitler or some shit. Like he's
that'd be so cool. Be fun lore.
Yeah, I don't know if it'd be so cool. But
that would be kind of cool. Like, you know how random that would be?
Yes, it would be random. Just it doesn't mean it's cool too.
Yeah, I mean it's cool lore. Like historians would go nuts over that one.
Just because we had a good laugh doesn't mean it's also cool. Like I could chuckle,
no,
and it doesn't
be like
mean it's cool.
one of those animes, like in a different life, Hitler. You could have been a songstress. You're a bad guy, but hear me out, Hitler.
Stop.
But hear me out. You could sing a mean tune. That's something Brooke would say.
Anime's been adjacent to Hitler, but if I see I was hit by a truck and I was reborn as
I was Isekai as Hitler's songwriter.
Yo, oh god, I would watch
so
it too.
Fire,
That's the worst part. I would have to watch
You'd
it.
have to.
Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, oh my god. I mean, hey, listen, is it I heard like an anime called like I Was Reincarnated as a Vending Machine won an award this year. Listen, I'm not compelled to watch that one, but
no, wait. Okay, I remember this was last year. There is an anime where Hitler was reincarnated as an anime girl. I'm not even joking. Yeah, there is one. Yeah, he's like going through high school.
No, I'm thinking like how like, you know, like Rimuru's like you know, reincarnated, and then he's like super try hard for whatever reason, even though in his last life he wasn't. So then he reincarnates, and then they're just like super try hard for no reason. And it's like I know this history. I'm still winning this game. And then there's like doing that isekai thing where it's like, or you could just chill out. You don't need to do all this. You know that, right? Like you could just go there and not do that. But yeah.
No, it's the ambitions of a conqueror. It drives them.
Yeah, and the problem with these animes is that they're contagious. You know that if one comes out, they're gonna make like 6 versions.
If it's popular,
of this.
yeah. They're riding the hype train.
Do you know Japan? Do you know Japan's history? I think there's a good solid part of Japan that might actually be like, oh, cool.
Oh yeah.
I wonder where this came from.
So where do we leave off?
Cool.
Oh yeah, Loki eats the fruit. The squirrel ends up opening the chest for him. The fruit is, of course, human size. We talked about that a while back. We're like, is it big? Is it small? Turns out it's very small. And Oda actually shows like the full design of the fruit too, which is pretty cool. Downside is that it's so small we can't actually see it. You know Oda was cackling when he did that too. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna give him the whole fruit." But it'll just be a blip on the radar. It's like, okay, thanks Oda.
It's funny because I was thinking, that was one of those thoughts that I like had at the beginning, but it just like blew past everything, and then I was like, wait, is it gonna be a big fruit? Could it be a big fruit? Nah, it's just a tiny speck. Like it's just like huffing dust to him, right?
Yeah,
like that's kind of what it looks
like. He doesn't even have to swallow or anything. He just puts it in his mouth and it's just gone.
Oh, and it tastes bad.
I don't even know if you taste that because it's so small.
I mean, his face does kind of look like it didn't taste good. Like, if it's that small, do you think you're making that? It looks like he's, you know, like those pills that like have that very bitter, painful thing when it touches your tongue. You know what I'm talking about? It's probably like
is that
to
like,
him.
I interpreted that as like him transforming, and it's like, I don't think it's like a bad tasting fruit. I mean, of course, it is canonically bad tasting, but I think that's just him transforming. Yeah. It's
but I don't know
like,
if the...
I guess the equivalent is like when you flush your toilet, right? When you flush your toilet, like poop particles come up in the air, and you like inhale it.
Oh my god!
So it's like
that's why you close the lid before you flush.
But so I'm just saying, like you don't taste the poop particles. And it's like, I think
That's
Loki
what I
is
will.
only making that face because he's transforming and it probably hurts. Like if you were to turn into a giraffe, do you think your neck would be fine? No, you'd be like,
Okay, see, this is
the
where you're
same
getting to
thing.
like Jekyll and Hyde type shit. And I don't in One Piece. I don't know if we've seen them go like contort and be in pain. They just turned into the thing like, God damn, I'm a
I don't think they're
giraffe
like
now.
in pain, but it would be a weird feeling. Like Sabo with the Mera no Mi. He's like, oh, like this is hot. Wait a minute, no, it's not.
Considering he hasn't even started the transformation when he makes that face, I'm gonna
No,
go
no,
with that
he's
face.
that is literally the start of the transformation. What are you talking about?
No, his hand is perfectly fine. And if anything, all he did was grow
His
nails.
body is
Like,
shaking
this
in that panel that you're talking about. That is him transforming.
This is the least like
Loki's turning into like
Kaku
this
turned into a
dragon
pasta
demon
machine.
Fafnir, Ragnir, Norse, Nidhogg, Fenrir monster thing. You know what part? I'm gonna say the first time he does it, it's gonna be very odd, and he might shake a little bit and be like, "Whoa!"
The way I look at it is this: it's like he's taking like one of those I think it's antibiotics that are traditionally like if you have it like the straight up thing, it's like so bitter like it tastes disgusting. I remember I used to throw up. I was so bad because I have a fat tongue, so like it was so hard with those things, like clinically big tongue, and so yeah, those pills.
You're
were
like disabled,
menaces.
dude.
Yeah, no, they had to give me one of those tongue jail things.
That's
It was
crazy.
crazy. It was a crazy thing. I was the only kid to have it. I felt like it was that I think a kid in Ed Netty had it. That one, the nerd kid. I'm pretty sure he had like something similar. No, he had the weird like ring around his face, but I felt like that kid. Felt like that kid.
Oh,
For sure.
Jimmy. No. Was it Jimmy? No, Jimmy's the bald one.
Yeah.
Susie? No. Wait. Oh my god.
No. Oh wait, might have been Susie.
No,
Yeah,
it's
might
not
have been girl.
Susie. Was it Jimmy? No, Jimmy's the guy with the watermelon.
Oh, he's blue. He has a blue shirt, the sweater.
Yeah, it's
oh,
the
he
blue
has, like, a
shirt.
crash out
The
episode.
stupid like their hair didn't look like hair. It's like a part of their head that just peeked out.
Yeah. And they like cut
Who
his
are
hair
they?
one time, right?
What's their name?
His name is I typed in blue shirt Ed and Eddie and I just got the blue shirt.
I'm just gonna type in
character.
Ed and Eddie cast.
Okay. Oh, that's so much easier. You're probably right. Why didn't I do that?
Is it actually Jimmy?
It's not Johnny 2x4. This is Indian kid.
It's Jimmy. We got it.
Uh,
The other kid I was thinking about the kid I was thinking about is Johnny.
yeah,
I just
yeah,
wasn't
Johnny
expecting
2x4.
J&J. But I mean, this goes back to like what we talked about earlier with like Jingo, like Chica.
Yeah. It's all the same.
It's all the same. It's
the Will of J.
Yeah.
The Will of G.
That's the main thematic of this video, guys. Just know that somehow this is a Eustace Kid upscale.
Sure.
Sure.
It's sure as hell not a Holy Knights upscale. I'll tell you that.
This transformation, what do you think it is?
I have no clue. My stream thoroughly discombobulated me, and that's a rare.
Everybody loves the
rare
Nidhogg
occasion.
route, though. Let me tell you.
Yeah, that's true.
Nidhogg
I think the
is
Nidhogg
very
one
popular.
I think Nidhogg is like the Apple of like the choices. Like it's like not the bandwagon one, but I would say it's the most. It's like the easiest reach. You know what I mean? Like I think
Yeah.
it's the one that I think everybody can agree that like yeah, that's a possibility. But where you have the possibility that differs. It's just like some of the options, like someone in my super chat said goat, and then they gave reasons, but I doubt everybody thinks a goat is a possibility. Nidhogg, I think everybody thinks it's a possibility. It's just some people are very, very, very convinced.
Yeah, some people are very convinced between Nidhogg and Fenrir. Those are like the main two. I held the poll.
Yeah.
They hold like 80% of the votes. People love those two options.
I think Nidhogg could make sense, but it's like
The mythology fits.
I don't know. the thing is, like, I talked about it in my Hellbath video. Nidhogg, the logic of Nidhogg, like as a mythos and lore, was kind of like in relation to the streams and waters and waterfalls. And so, like, because salt water's corrosive to the roots, it would be constantly gnawing at it. So there are times, and I mentioned this in my Hellbat video, which again, like, yeah, some videos don't fully, the whole picture of it doesn't fit what we get, but there's components of it that are very important. And I think that, like, I put the verses that Nidhogg was mentioned in, and it was like Nidhogg was sometimes also referred to as like very harsh winds that would carry the salt water, and so the salt water brine would brine and freeze onto the thing, and that would also gnaw at the trees, because if you have cold winds blowing in ocean water into the forest, now these trees can't grow. And so that's kind of like the logic of Nidhogg. And I don't know if that necessarily needs to carry out, because obviously there's the popular, like just a dragon, kind of like Jormungandr, or like synonymous in some people's cases. But, I usually think of, like, when I think about Nidhogg, I more often think of Magellan. Like, Magellan's thing felt a lot more like it, and he had like the Hydra thing too, which was like very, very, similar. And I personally think Impel Down has a lot of ELBAPH thematics, but I still, see Nidhogg thing. I think if of the popular ones, I would lean more towards the wolf one. There's a lot of wolves options. The main one for me is that I think the two major ones, that Gamir and Fenrir, they're both like chained up. They're both chained up and as a punishment. And so, like, Fenrir was apparently so strong that even Odin couldn't really kill it until he had like some kind of like perfect situation, whether it be a weapon, whether it be a circumstance, whether it be like, it was just time, something like that. I don't fully remember that. But the whole tying up Loki and the punishment. And also Fenrir is also, so is Jormungandr technically. Jormungandr's technically directly connected to Loki. Fenrir is technically in some mythos. But yeah, like, I would lean more towards the wolf. But the reason why I'm not, like, my first option when I was reading it and when I was thinking about it was some kind of bird one. Because the bird is, or backing up, the reason why I'm not leaning towards the wolf one is because I feel like Oda might do something silly, might do something goofy, especially with like what we have with the squirrel. Like, I feel like Oda would be the type to have like, a continuation of that. Like, yeah, Loki's already badass on his own, so let's give him a little silly fruit. You know what I mean? And it's like, maybe it's not like super silly, like it's probably super functional, but like it's kind of like, dinosaurs are technically chickens, or chickens are technically dinosaurs, right? It's like that kind of a thing where maybe there's some kind of like, ancient connection. Loki had that whole first world thing going on. Someone brought up one of the cover pages, volume covers, there we go, and like Loki's like in a crucified thing, and I'm not talking about the crucified part, but his tattoos, when his arms are like that, they like make a bird wing shape, and it's similar to even the author's note. And I think the chatter brought it up because they were thinking about the skyfish, which obviously that's a unique idea. I don't particularly agree with it fully, but I do think that reinforced my idea, or not my idea, but my direction where I want to lean, which is a bird. And if it were a bird, then rooster would be the main one, because roosters in Norse mythology are a sign of Ragnarok. Like, I think in most of them, if not all of them, it's 3 roosters. You see like 3 rooster signs, whether they die, whether they do something. I think one of them literally falls out of the sky on fire or some shit like that. And then another one like just calls out, and then they hear rooster. And I think the third one is like the rooster rings a bell, something like that. So yeah, I like rooster. Some interesting ones I saw was like the goat. Goat one is cool. That was an interesting one. I wouldn't be upset. It'd be interesting to see. People are saying deer. Deer was an interesting one because like I think deer is like referred to as heart or something. I don't know. There's more context. But then there was also another one that we saw that I forgot why. It was like that random monster thing. That was like kind of nuts because it looked like Roto. I forget what it was.
Lushan.
I don't have a pull. Yes, the Leshen. Someone came up and said like, "Yo, I think that he is like part plant. Like he has like a mythical plant thing." And then someone in chat was like, "Oh, so you mean a Leshen?" And I didn't know what that really meant, but I did know of it. I just didn't know of it directly. But when you looked at it, it was like, "Oh, wait, like it does kind of fit." It was like a protector of animals, is friends with the animals, something like
Yeah, it
that.
shows up in a lot of video
The
games.
mask yeah, the mask it had was the same mask that Roto had, essentially. Which is, I think people brought up the Leshen. Yeah, I think that's when people brought up it first when Roto came up too, because some people bring up that as a reference. So I like that idea. And by the end of the stream, this is like probably one of the first times, because I'm trying to think of like other times, like Man Marked by Flames, and like other times where things are like up in the air. What are the choices? What are the options? And we're so like this one, we're so close to it, and there's so many options. And this is the first time I feel like I got like actually like glitched. Like I don't know which direction. I like the rooster, but like you guys could be right. I don't know. The tree one seemed cool. Fenrir makes sense. Nidhogg is cool. You know.
Yeah, they all make sense.
But
Like, I mean, and
yeah,
I could even see like something unique to One Piece too, like Forest God, Earth God,
yeah,
Rain God. Just like,
yeah,
just like how Sun God Nika is like very special. It's like we could have the same thing here for them. Well, it could just be
yeah,
like it could be
yeah.
a completely inverse like idea.
It could be mythical pop green.
The Green Man.
Yeah, and that's like, where did Usopp get pop greens from? Ah, the forest god is here, and that's
Yeah,
Loki's like mythical fruit.
yeah.
And
Nidhogg
now
just makes the
everyone can
most
stop.
sense when you tie to like
Yeah,
mythology
I could
because
see
of
that. Yeah.
Ragnir. But I I've talked about this before, so I'm not gonna like harp on it too much. But my main thing is just that we saw Nidhogg already in ELBAPH. Like, of course, it's like the kid's nightmare version, but it's like, damn, like we've seen like a lot of these monsters already. Like, I just feel like Oda's running down a checklist on them, and because of that, I don't want to like lean towards them for Loki's fruit because I feel like Oda's gonna pull out another Norse creature that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah. The other weird thing is like, if Loki is Nidhogg and it's Nidhogg isn't either already referenced as you're saying, or utilized in a different capacity, or implied even, because it is still mythos. It's just a question of, will Oda make it like alive in his story, so to say. Is, if he's Nidhogg, then the bird, the eagle, is so important.
Yeah,
And the
then
own
the bird comes
like
into play.
putting Loki as the worm or serpent version of it makes that one even weirder, because like, who is that? And like, I
Oh,
was just like,
Hiredin.
is it the elders then? No, it'd be, well, but so the relationship. So here's the other part: is if I would kind of prefer Oda not to do a full set, because when you do a full set, then there's like certain implications and understands. And if you have Nidhogg, the Ratatoskr, and the bird, which if you have two, I feel like you gotta have the
Yeah,
third
you
one.
gotta have the
Is that
eagle.
the squirrel, the Tusker, the drill tooth, his whole thing is being a messenger between the underworld and the realm where the bird lies, which is usually at the top of the tree. And the wordage is said it's on top of ash. Ash could be a reference to a like char, burn, but it's also, Yggdrasil is an ash tree in the mythos. And who is that? What is that? Well, we've never been to the heaven realm, but like, who is that important that would counterbalance Loki and Ragnir? Because it's not just Loki now. Ragnir is also insane too. So then you'd have to have a counterbalance that's also absurd. And I just don't know if that is makes sense to do. And like, technically that bird is kind of like sort of the most important one, in the sense of like, it has more autonomy. Like Nidhogg is like just dealing destruction, kind of like, it's just got like one track minded type of thing. Ratatusker's whole thing is being like, he would stoke the flames to like piss them both off and be obnoxious, kind of like Loki, which is why like it might not even be connected to it, because Ratatusker could be what Loki represents, like in Loki's wielding it. And then, you know, is the ultimate question. If we're gonna do a full set, then who's the last one? And honestly, the only one I could think of is the elders, because they're the most obnoxious assholes in the entire thing. Because like they had to know that Ratatoskers are squirrel. If they're the elders, they have to know.
Dude, you know how
and
cool
they're
it'd
the
be
ones who's like stoking the flames.
if the elders were just one person and it's just this giant
And
owl
there's
with
a
4
bird.
heads.
Yeah, I was thinking like maybe like there is like some stories where like bird like something. Okay, so this is a thing with the bird, is that the bird is primarily an eagle, but the eagle has a hawk in between its eyes. And the whole point of it was that they were largely interchangeable, but the understanding was like the hawk is like the gatherer of knowledge, because the eagle is supposed to be like gathering knowledge all over whatever the world. So that's why Biblo is an interesting thing. But Biblo, unless Biblo is cracked out of the water, if Biblo is Himothy, fine, okay.
We kind of already
but
think
I
he is,
just
to be
don't.
fair.
Yeah, I mean, there was times. It's just kind of a weird, like it's just a weird. I know it's weird, but like Emu's here. How much aura farming can Biblo? Because yeah, Ragnir can, and it is already silly that the squirrel can. I'm expecting the squirrel to just fully clock Gunko Emu, and Emu's like, what? What is that? And then just like be hella confused, and it's like, wait, is that? And like maybe knows Ratatosker, it should know Ratatosker, but if Biblo's also one of those things, I'm like, all right, what are we gonna do? We're just gonna see like, you employed who's who, but what about who? And we just see like this menacing who coming out of it.
And Conqueror's
and this
haki.
is Biblo. Yeah, and it's like some hot chick. Like, isn't that what we thought was some hot chick sitting in that chair? Like, because she's a librarian, isn't that? I
No.
think that's what we cooked up together, right?
I thought Biblo was a guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought librarian.
No, Biblo has to be a dude.
But the chair. Guys don't sit. We pee standing up.
Yeah, but sitting or farming thrones, yeah. That's all it is. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to like Loki's transformation, if I had to pick something like brand new, which by the way, like I said, I like the Nidhogg route, especially because of Final Fantasy. In Final Fantasy, Nidhogg is like one of the main bosses in 14. And one of the main things with Nidhogg is that his eyes are very important. And his eyes look just like Loki's eyes too. And you can like actually take them out and use them. So it's like, yeah, the eyes of Nidhogg, it's just like, it's all there for Loki. But if I had to be like unique and just pick a third option, I think I would pick like Fafnir, just because of the Ragnir name. It's like, yeah, Fafnir, Ragnir, it kind of rhymes. But Fafnir in Legend does tie into Loki lore, because Loki, like, in lore, he would kill an otter, which was actually a person in disguise. So because he does that, he has to give the father of the otter, like, I believe it's like gold. But the gold ends up being cursed, and he didn't know this. So now we cut over to the people who he gave the gold to, and the son of the king, or the son of the father, he kills the dad and takes the gold for himself, and then he transforms into a dragon. Of course, it doesn't really fit with Loki's lore per se, here in One Piece. But I'm like, yeah, I mean, it could work. I mean, he just looks draconic, right? I like the Fenrir route, but when I look at the silhouettes of Loki in this chapter, it just looks like a dragon. I don't really see a wolf.
It does.
Especially in the panel where we see the head. Like, it's way too skinny to be a wolf.
See it, but I do. I'll show you a picture afterwards. I don't want to say it on here because it's just it's unnecessary. But yeah, like I agree with you though, because the chest, the bosom, that's a dragon. That's a dragon
and
chest.
And the claws,
I've watched
like,
enough Fairy
just
Tale to know.
Feels dragon-esque.
Yeah, I've watched enough Fairy Tale to know what a dragon's chest looks like.
Something like that. I don't think there's any female dragon slayers.
What? There wasn't? In Fairy Tale?
Oh, there's one. There's only one.
Only?
Yeah, there's only one.
It showed that there was only one dragon girl. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think there's only one dragon slayer.
Know.
Yeah.
This is how you know he's off his rocker, bro. He can't make anything new, but also he fumbles it in the main sauce is dragon slayers, and his other main sauce is just pulling out NSFW whatever every episode with every girl, no matter the age. And it's like,
yeah, there's only one female dragon slayer. I mean, unless they introduce new ones like after the story ended, but yeah.
Does he? Is that him having like moral clarity, or is that him losing sanity?
5, 6.
I think that's him.
There's 7 of them.
No, that's
and
him.
Only one's a girl. Yeah.
That can't be moral.
Shout outs to
clarity.
Windy.
That's losing sanity, because you don't do what you did in Fairy Tale and then not also do the dragon. That's not being clear. That's being silly. That's being insane. Yeah, no, that guy's crazy. Straight up, that's wild.
Man.
One. What? Oh my god! Wait, what's she look like?
Oh, she's like the little kid of the group. she's the youngest dragon slayer. Yeah.
See what I mean?
I think she's like 13 years old insane. Or something.
That's not moral clarity. He's tortured soul. He's a tortured soul. That's insane to do. Crazy. Wasn't there like hundreds of dragons? One of them couldn't have picked a girl of the age. Like, why are they all Diddy? What's happening? Like,
we don't ask questions, Par. I mean, I didn't mind even watching it. I never really thought about like female dragon slayers until you just mentioned it. And to be fair, there's a lot of female characters in Fairy Tale that are strong. They're just not dragon slayers. Like,
to be fair,
like
I didn't think about it either.
People love Erza
just now either. Yeah, I mean, she carries.
Yeah, Erza literally carries the show.
More. I wish she carried all of it. I wish that no other girl had to suffer at the hands of the author, and Erza took it all. I'd be a happy camper, 100%. There wouldn't be an issue with that one. What do you mean?
Love how shocked you were when I told you about Larcade, who's the pleasure dragon slayer.
Oh my god!
If you fight Larcade,
and now there's no girls,
dude. What?
No, like he it's also a thing with like,
dude.
You know. He doesn't even have like other dragon slayers to like use the powers on. You know what I mean? Like this is one. And it's the problem if he did do that. You know, I mean, it's like
shout out to Arcade. For anybody who doesn't know him, essentially, if you fight him and if you've had sex before, you pretty much automatically lose. Yes, you have to be a virgin to beat him. And
what if
that's
Oda
when we got the plot twist that a lot of people in the Fairy Tale Guild have had sex before, because a lot of them just lost to Larcade. What he does essentially is gives you an endless orgasm until you die. But it only affects you if you've had an orgasm.
What if we find out that Loki has something like that?
If Loki has the orgasm no me, we'd have to probably take a break a little bit, you know, just like take a week off of One Piece. Do you think people would be generally okay with Loki having that fruit? Or do you think people would be kind of upset?
It's all about, it depends on Loki. Loki doesn't have to be problematic with it, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like you could have the power, but I'm just saying maybe don't awaken it. You know what I mean?
Don't awaken the fruit, Loki, please.
Like it's the one that's like maybe we shouldn't do that. I don't want Shokugeki no Soma up in this.
How do you even
fight
with it? Which I guess just like Arcade, yeah.
These aren't questions I would want to ask.
If you watch Fairy Tale, you know exactly how he'd fight with it. Actually, never mind.
I will. Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I will admit though, Loki's introduction. I'm just gonna say it was unanimous. It was unanimous. Everybody drooled a little bit. Everyone drooled a little bit.
I don't think that's true.
No, you did too. You were like, he's so cool. You were man drooling. It wasn't like that.
Okay, thinking someone's cool like, isn't the same as like, oh my god, they're sexy as hell.
Okay, all right. Okay. For a second, just let's convert
your
that
hypotheticals
power
are
to
so
like what
bad,
Oda
dude.
what Oda would do. Okay, not what that crazy maniac would do that only had one girl dragon slayer. Okay, that's maniacal.
Whoa,
okay,
don't diss Hiro Mashima. His 5 fans will come out of nowhere and defend you.
That power converted to Oda it would kind of just be like the Mero Mero no Mi, except like kind of different. You know what I mean? It'd be like a different version of it, I guess. Like I don't even know what it'd be, but like I guess the Mero Mero kind of takes that, no? But it's Boa that carries the sentiment of it, not necessarily the fruit itself.
Yeah.
That fruit is like carried by you being perturbed mentally. But I wouldn't be surprised if Loki has some kind of like mental destabilizing esque power. Um, could be part of the reason why it works so well against Harald too. To be honest,
Yeah. It kind of makes you wonder, man. But
I just want to see his eyes.
yeah. Give us the Loki. Do you think he? No, he doesn't wear the bandages in this form. Yeah,
Wait, what? How do you know that?
because when he does the roaring, you see the eyes. Unless they're like shining
Yeah,
through the
but they
bandages.
just yeah. It's just shining through. Come on,
No, that's stupid.
come on. You think the bandages cover light? What kind of bandages are you using?
Yeah, at that point, just take them
Electrical
off.
tape?
I mean, it's like oh. Remember that scene, that panel where you thought that Loki was disgusted by the fruit's taste? No, that's just him trying to keep the bandages on, but they're falling off.
Yeah,
Solved.
because his hand is on the bandages, not his mouth.
Solved.
His hands isn't even in the panel where you're referencing, by the
Yeah.
way, just saying that.
I mean, because why would
Yeah.
he use his hands?
Because you said to keep the bandages on.
Oh, why would? I mean, if he just looks up, then the bandages would just fall naturally on his eyes. He doesn't need to use his hands.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Do you think there's a world where he's not that big?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, do you see
He's
that
like
that
Cosmo?
freaking shadow dude that's roaring at the guards? The ancient giant guards?
It could be one of those things where, because like we don't have depth, okay? We don't have depth. So that darkness, it could be like really close to us, and it's like right here, and they're like, you know, a little bit that way. So
Would you put your money down on this
forced
theory?
perspective?
That Loki's
It's
small?
like that forced perspective.
Would you put
thing
your money
that
down
Oda
saying that
did at the
Loki's small?
beginning.
You wouldn't. You wouldn't. You wouldn't. Now stop this. Stop this tomfoolery.
You made a whole hypothetical about, hey Par, if we made everything black and white, I can get 2 sentences in this one.
It's because your
Come
hypotheticals
on.
suck, Par. All right.
No, just because this is your channel, man. Wait till we
No.
get back to my channel next year.
Oh my God. Yeah. 2026. That's crazy. We've been doing this for 3 years.
Yeah,
My
3
God.
on to. I mean, we're well into the 3rd year because we started in like August, July, August, I think. Of
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
that
like
was
July,
August mini
of-
apartments ago. Fuck.
yeah.
You didn't have a
Dang,
house.
True.
Yeah.
Nope.
Your kid wasn't even born yet,
Nope.
dude.
Yeah. That's a big. I was looking through pictures from a long time ago, and I'm like, who is this guy?
It's a different
And I was
era.
like, oh my God, I'm not a dad. I'm not a dad in this picture. That's just like the wildest thing. Like, not that like I
Could
can't
you like
imagine me
see
not being a
like
dad.
your kid in the pictures of you before you had him?
Like he's like, oh,
Like
yeah,
a
wait
little
till I come
sperm in
out.
your eye or something? Like there he is.
Oh my God. Ew. Ew.
Well, okay, if you think of it like that, that's disgusting.
I'm not coming in my eye, okay? You were doing it in
No,
lace
I'm just saying, like,
bags.
do you
I
look
don't
at
know where else
yourself
you were
in older
dropping
pictures
that.
and then in your eyes you see your son or something?
Okay, I don't. Okay, I feel like I obscured half of what you said, but then I was like, damn, I feel like he was spitting. It sounded kind of good, but then me saying spitting made it gross again. I don't know. I don't want to entertain this conversation
Okay,
anymore.
fair enough.
All I'm saying is that we were pre Z. We started pre Z, and now it's post Z, and now it's easy peasy. I was trying to make an easy peasy pun, but it didn't really work. Anyways, yeah. Now we're going to a new year. Apparently, it's gonna be the fastest year of all time.
Oda said, "I'm gonna pick up the pacing, bro." He said, "I'm getting old as hell. I got health issues. We gotta speed this shit up."
Incoming like 2-week breaks every time. I meant the pacing of the breaks.
Funny enough, the next chapter, 1171, it technically.
Okay. Okay.
Dude,
who was that?
That was an Asian accent. Are you always this
I am being
racist?
racist. Yes.
Okay.
If you called me from your versions of the call centers, I would know why the call centers are Indian. I would know now why if they sounded like that.
So, chapter 1171 technically shouldn't come out until the 18th, believe it or not.
Oh, you said technicalities. Well, actually,
yeah. So this chapter comes out January 4th, the one that we're reading right now.
The Stephen Paul edition.
But after this chapter, even though there is no break from Oda, there is another weekly Shonen Jump break. So the 11th, there is a break. But, of course, because of spoilers, there's a good chance we're going to get a chapter before the 18th anyways.
That would still mean that after that, we would still have a break.
Yes, but after that, we'd have another break, yes. So,
Leakers, can we just agree? Can we just agree?
So odd.
What would you want to have, like, disjointed chapters, or just put the break and then put the chapters back?
I say put the break.
Well,
I just say
put
in the breaks where they should be. But I mean, I know that's like I'm just one guy there. I mean, if they have the chapter in advance, you might as well drop it.
Bro, Fiso came into my stream, and I don't know if he misunderstood what I was saying, but he came in like apologetically. Because I was like, he might have came in right when I was saying like, yeah, the chapter, it's on Saturday, so it's a little tough, and my son's sleeping schedule. And I was talking about like for next year, I'm gonna probably change my stream schedule to, better like adjust with my son's development because he's phasing out of naps. And so Fiso comes in, and he's like, yeah, I'm so sorry, I was the only one available during Christmas. Those like 6-7 other people were all super busy, and so because everyone is super busy, we all like came in at like the butt crack of dawn and took 6 hours longer than usual. I was like, Fiso, I'm saying you could have not put the chapter. I'm saying you go to sleep. Like, I'm saying let everyone sleep. And he's like, oh, I think he said, oh. And I was like, yeah. And I was like,
so we all woke up at 4 a.m. to get the chapter out on Christmas Day. Whoa, guys, you can chill, man. You don't have to do this.
There's a reason why it's a holiday.
Yeah,
some holiday, even if you don't celebrate it, take it. Like, I wasn't Christian. I didn't go to church. But you'd be damned if I was at school, like, where's school, guys? I don't celebrate. No. I would buy a Christmas tree.
It was
bro.
Like a blur. But I think they did like release spoilers Christmas morning at like 6 a.m. And I was like, oh God, here we go.
Yeah, sometimes you just take the holidays, bro. Because sometimes it's better to be a part of the community, part of the group. Part of being a group is,
then again, it's like a Christmas present.
Down sometimes.
It depends on the person.
All right, shut up. No,
I'm just saying it depends on the person. We have our opinions, but maybe somebody sees it the opposite way.
I wasn't upset. Yeah. I wasn't upset. I was just like, hey guys, I'm streaming on Saturday because, ideally there wouldn't be a chapter this week. But it's fine. We're here. We're cool.
But yeah,
now let's tune in to Holy Night Slander.
Essentially,
Squirrel.
This chapter releases on the 4th. There's a WSJ break, but because of leakers, we might get the spoilers as early as the 6th, possibly.
What the fuck? Wait. You said the chapter should come out the 18th, which means for us it would come out like the 6th, 15th. So then you're saying that the chapter leaks would come out the 6th? That's a 7-day head start, brother.
It really depends. It depends.
Oh my god, it's like this is the most I've ever seen Sai
Yeah.
think. This is woo.
It
This
depends
is
on
like
how
he's
they
taking
send
the
out the chapters.
SATs.
So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, obviously, like I'll message you Par whenever like I know the chapters are around the
Yeah,
corner. Well, the spoiler videos will be up whenever they drop. But just know that we're
I'm
gonna be
not leaving.
waiting with bated breath for for what's happening next.
This is the most like intellectually strained Sai has looked, I think, on
It's like
camera.
Chinese water torture. Like when will that next drop come? We don't know. But
Yeah,
just
you're
fear
like
the drop
the
though.
feng shui.
Fear the drop.
You were like, let me calculate the earth, wind, water energy.
So the squirrel seems
Wait,
really
what? What's the
happy
year next
to
year?
see.
Is it the year of the dragon? No, that's
No,
last
that's
year.
something else. I think it's the year of the squirrel.
What?
No, it's
It's
not.
the year of the rat?
I'm kidding.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just.
Wait, no, actually, because remember when it was the year of the dragon?
It's
you
the
couldn't
year
even
of the
breathe.
horse.
Nay?
Yes, it is the year of the horse.
Oh, Loki's a horse. Loki's gonna be because the thing is there is actually lore where Loki turns into the horse. He actually gives birth to Sleipnir, and so his mythical horse. He did have a name as that. What was his name? His name was something dumb. Um, Loki horse. Okay. He uses his powerful stallion Savaldafar.
Cool name.
No, wait, what was? I think it was like
Top Norse name.
one that could
Siegfried.
not be Siegfried.
Yeah, that's like the best aura farming name I could think of.
Trying to figure out
Siegfried.
what it is. Loki produced the wolf. Produced Sleipnir with Zavalaf. Oh, so we know the wife, Zavalafari. Savialif.
Dude, when it comes to Loki, Norse lore, there's so many things you could pull from. It's like going to Zeus, like, so he has a power correlated to Zeus. What could it be? And there's like 50 different plot threads. It's like, I don't know. Loki's the same way.
He's like not a filler.
He's just
character.
everywhere,
What's
bro.
the word? I mean, the Marvel. It's funny because someone was just like, yeah, the whole Mjolnir doing the righteous thing. That's just Marvel.
Yeah, it's just
that's
Marvel
applied lore. But there is a reference that they're not the same, but it said that whatever size Odin wanted it to be, however heavy he wanted it to be, the Thor could choose it. Thor could make it hide in his shirt. He could do that. There was some version of that. But then I also told him that it's funny because normally I would discount Marvel. But the thing is, Marvel was actually so influential for a lot of this Norse stuff. It was an entire series. But the main thing that kind of it pushed me over. I'm not gonna ever not count it in is because Loki got introduced in chapter 1130, which is Loki's variant number in Marvel. That's just way too on. If that doesn't butter your biscuits, guys, fine. It buttered mine. I'm there. I count Marvel into Oda's lexicon of Norse mythology, even though I know that pisses some people off with the Norse heads, but hey, I didn't choose what chapter Loki got introduced, and I didn't choose what variant number Marvel made him. So I don't know if they talked. I don't know if Oda's part of Marvel's team or Marvel's part of Oda's team. We might find out one of his editors is actually what, the Russo brothers or some
Oda
shit?
loves...
Who did...
Okay, Russo brothers, that's slanderous.
Yeah,
that's so slanderous, dude. Don't compare anybody to those guys. The Russo brothers, they're just... I don't know, man.
Oh my god. Wait. Unironically, as you were
What's up?
Bringing that up, I read the line, and this is about Zavalafari, the horse that Loki messed, smashed.
Yeah.
The line says, the wolf did Loki with Angerboda win, and Sleipnir bore he to Zavalafari, the worst of marvels. That's what I read when you were talking about the Russo brothers slander. The worst of marvels. That is Zavalafari. That I was like, wait, it has some shitty epithet, and the worst of marvels seemed the one that sprang from the brother of Biased. I don't know what this means.
That's kind of cool,
guys. I'm dyslexic, so I probably read this all wrong. In fact, I did do that in my ELBAPH video. There's one word I completely butchered the entire
I always butcher
video.
Ratosker, so don't even worry about it. I don't even think that's how you pronounce it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
someone who's like self-proclaimed Scandinavian said like, "Hey, I'm Scandinavian and like I've never heard anyone pronounce it as bad as you did, but like I'll give you a pass because it's hard and you seem like you tried." And I was just like, "Thank you for
It's
at least
yeah, and
seeing
I
that was
acknowledge it. I'm like, guys,
meant
I don't know how to
well."
pronounce this one. Like, it's funny because
I
I
said it
got
with the video.
like Jormungandr, like that's like an easy one, right? But there's
Yeah,
something about
yeah,
Ratasker that's just like super tough. I think it's
yeah.
because I
It's
see Rata,
Ratatasker.
and then the
It's yeah,
O, and then the KR. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here, dude?
Ratatusker actually. Yeah,
Ratasker.
yeah,
And then I remember I
yeah.
asked the
Pokemon
comment
bricked me
section, I
for
was like,
that one.
guys, like, let me know how do you pronounce this? And then I shit you not, I got like 5 different pronunciations from people. I'm like, bro, what? And I looked up a
I think it's
video and I
like.
was like, okay, here we go. And then,
Mhm,
people had the benefit of playing, I guess like it was a character in God of War. And
mhm.
so yeah, Ratatosker and Nidhogg were characters in God of War. So I was like, oh shoot, dude, I should just play the games. That
Did
I
they
know all
pronounce it
about
right?
this.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
I don't know, dude. With this squirrel too, it seems really happy to see whatever Loki is. And
yeah,
it
yeah.
kind of makes you wonder what's the connection, which is why I like the Fafnir thing. It's like, oh, Ragnir, Fafnir, maybe they're just like best friends, but I mean, they could just be best friends anyways. We don't need that like name rhyming thing.
Mhm.
But yeah, I
It is
do.
kind of like Zunisha seeing Joy Boy,
Yeah,
right?
I
Like it
mean,
felt like
maybe
that.
a little bit extra too because we got the heart emojis here.
Mhm.
But going back to like that Lushan idea or just a forest god idea in general, it would be funny if whatever Loki is
Oh,
produces
nuts.
nuts. Yeah. And then, of course, this
Yeah.
goes back to like people hate it. The Usopp theories of him getting Ragnir because of the Mont Blanc Nolan lie, and their whole thing is like nuts.
Hmm.
So it's like I don't know,
Yeah, and
man.
then
It could
like
happen.
Loki, I mean, Usopp could also be like, if he is the I this is this is why it's so problematic. We just spent so much time talking about the other mainstream stuff, and we come back to this lesson thing, and I like it a lot. And like, you guys should know by now, especially the recent chapters. Like I don't even know what word to say. Hate is the wrong word, but every time you guys come out of left field, I read the most crack thing. You guys go, but Usopp upscale. I'm about to crash out. And this is
Could be
like when Sai just
possible.
said that. When Sai just said that, I was like, you know what? I'm not mad at that one. That one, there's like a lot of ways that Usopp can find benefit. Like him being like the Pop Greens guy could just be something that like helps Loki. Like if he becomes like Loki's like assistant, sidekick, like his Robin to Batman thing, I'm fine with that. I'm not mad at that, guys. I don't know what everyone wants out of Usopp, but being Loki's like Robin, cool. I'm down. Be a squirrel. Be a squirrel. At this point, there's nothing that's an honor. His squirrel is OP. I'm his squirrel too. You know what I mean? If Ragnir adopted me as his brother, well, okay, I don't know if that would be a. If the Ragnir drank a sake cup with me and did a sakazuki ceremony, that's an honor. You know what I mean? Like this guy, this squirrel that's
If it
jumping
killed
up a
Chopper and
joy
took his
could,
spot in the crew, I'd honor it.
bro. Like I came into Brago's chat and like I think Brago like entertained it and he posted a story. He's just like, "Hey guys, we gotta talk about it. Can this squirrel kill Kaido?" And I'm like, that's just wild that we have to actually not
That is
disregard
what I
that. Like
love
when
about like
someone
One
says
Piece
that,
power scaling. It's so goofy sometimes, man.
this squirrel is like she's like the squirrel is like the Sailor Moon. Like it's like, yeah, Sailor Moon mogs Goku and everything and everyone. Yeah. Like this squirrel does that. It's like, yeah, who's the strongest character in One
Wait,
Piece? Squirrel.
what if the squirrel isn't even a squirrel? It's a guy in a squirrel costume. It's like it's a
A
literal
furry?
furry. Yeah.
Oh my god,
Would you
it's a
hate that?
mythical furry because I don't know any furries. Do you? They're mythical to me.
Like we could see just like somebody pop out, like they take off the head, and it's just a guy.
And oh, you know what it is? He has the oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh, you're gonna like this one, you're gonna like this one. You know how there's like the fire magma, what was it, superior inferior fruits,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Like fire magma, we got that furry fruit and we got the jacket fruit. Oda introduced us to the jacket to lead us
Oh,
up to the furry.
there we
Well,
go.
imagine you just put on the coat of the animal, put on polar bears, strip Beppo a little bit, get Beppo, you need a haircut today, you put him on. Oh my god. Oh my
The
god.
furry
I'm
furry
Cocaine
no
Bear.
me. It could
You
happen,
become
man.
Annie's Owen.
Not a lot of furries in Japan, funny enough. I feel like that's more of an American thing.
Yeah, because they don't be fucking. That's the problem. We be doing it too much.
No, no, no.
That's
Okay.
why
But if you're correlating cosplay to fucking, Japan loves cosplay though.
no furry.
Oh,
No,
furries
furry.
love.
Furry is
Yeah.
different. Furry is that. That is sexual.
You know, it's funny.
Cosplay
Like,
is not.
you know, when you think about furries, they're like the most degenerate people on earth. But I know some furries who are like actually pretty decent people. I like them a lot.
We do. The only thing I know about furries that I think is factual as a stereotype is that they're
I feel like,
all rich.
yeah, I mean, it's
They
expensive.
have money. Yeah. So like if you're a furry, you're like you have a good job, you got your life together.
It's one of those
There's
things
not,
where it's like, I feel like because like 90% of furries are just degenerates, it makes the 10% of normal furries look bad.
well, I also think the other stereotype is a lot of the furry thing, and this is the crossroads of good having enough money and good stability and jobs to do something like this. Because what I was saying about Japan earlier is that like, yeah, they don't have that culture probably because like they just don't be doing it vanilla. So you're not if you're not doing it that way, like, and they put stripper poles in apartments. If that's not working, I don't think it's not A B C D E
Yeah,
furry.
that's
No,
so interesting.
furry is last.
What a strategy. If we put stripper poles in apartments, people are gonna have more kids. Like that doesn't.
This is old dudes.
Yeah,
Old
I
dudes.
feel like stripper poles are so outdated.
Yeah. I mean, Japan's also a little outdated in some things, but on the I think the other stereotype is that a lot of them is IT, right? Like a lot of them is the Silicon Valley type.
Yeah.
That's why they got monies. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Makes
So
sense. A lot of games.
when it comes to King Harold, it looks like his regeneration, it kind of slows down a little bit and his dominion wavers the minute Loki rips off his left arm, the Mark of the Abyss arm. Do you think that this could be a
Yeah.
viable way for non-Conqueror haki users to fight the God Knights?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the main issue is Gunko because like that means we know where her mark is.
We don't know where her mark is.
No, we know.
Where is it?
Usopp blew out the top half, and we see her legs. So it's either on the feet or the cheeks, bro.
Or it could be on her arm?
Yeah, I guess.
Or
it
her
could be.
back?
But I'm just saying, like, would it be?
See, Par
because
is the
it's not
gooner that
just
Japan needs. Par has nothing but
It's
dirty
not
thoughts in
just
his
the
mind. I don't know what this is.
taking. It's not just taking off the mark, then, though, right?
It could even
Because
be
it's
like on her chin, and that's why she has the wrappings.
So actually, I was looking. I went back at because another thing that like I think is significant is man, what chapter was it? I think it's 1150. No, before that. Is the right before Gunko gets taken over by Emu, Gunko gets that like that's so Raven type of like
Yeah.
vision memory thing, and it's like a very interesting time for that to happen. Like, did it spark because Colin was screaming for daddy and then she just happened to in that moment have the humanity to remember the memory that was locked away? Like what, or was there something else also helping on that front too? And it's kind of interesting because it's like, yeah, her arm wasn't blown off in that moment, but I think it would be kind of similar to like that. Like if you could convince the person, like this is the window of opportunity. Gunko has that shred of humanity via Brooke, and so like how Harold with Loki, like if anybody else was confronting Harold, like if Scopper was there, right, and he had that mark off, maybe Harold wouldn't be able to break it off. It might be that there's like a certain level to it too that
Like
like needs
emotional.
your mental state. Yeah,
Oh,
like
it's
with
like Edo
rocks.
Tensei from Naruto.
Yeah, yeah. And I think like with rocks, there's kind of a thing too, right? Because it's like the moment he lost his family, it was, or according to him, like from his point of view, allegedly, because we never got his point of view. And I don't know if we ever will, because I would want to know what happened, who saw what. But anyways, point is that he thinks that his family died. And from that point on, he was kind of lost, right? Like at that point on, he was just completely not non like committal. And if anything, he was kind of in the same state as Harold. At that point, he was asking Roger and Garp to kill him, which is part like could be an example of why he couldn't continue to resist. Because the moment his Eris and Teach were gone, he lost his will, and then he asked them to kill him, kind of like with Yarul and Loki. But once the curse went away, we saw he was like, oh wait, I'm alive. Like he wanted to be there. And it's kind of interesting because like that is why I was like, maybe Harold does live after this moment, but it's so silly, and it's not the same thing as the Rock situation. But going back to it, it's just like I wonder where the emotions come when the physical thing of the mark comes. I think it's all intertwined. It's going to be like that raid boss thing that we were talking about, like joking about, where it's like, yeah, it's like a recipe. Take off the mark, hit him in the feels, kick him in the nuts real quick, scare, maybe spook him with a little Usopp flavor, and
tell him a
then
childhood
hit him with
story.
all your mass. Yeah, like Rox is kind of like that, right? Like they made him cry. I feel like that's the last tipping point, and then they hit him with all the mass, and then so like it might be that that's the part of the recipe, and then it's like the like Harold not having the mark at the time could be a huge part of the recipe in order to like make it easy for it to be done, right? But I imagine if you do like I don't know, like a Hakoku sovereignty, and you just blow someone to smithereens, I don't think they Majin Buu, right? We haven't seen a Majin Buu situation, but it might be that you have to get all the recipe in order. You know what I mean? If you don't make them cry first, I
We
guess,
gotta add
and like
Sunstone
you
in
don't
there
hit them
somewhere
with all your
too.
mass. Wait, why Sunstone?
I don't know.
Oh, just cause?
Just cause.
Yeah, just cause. Yeah, I like that. Sea Stone for that, Sunstone for them.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Bring in the
Yeah.
Sunstone from
I'm not mad.
ELBAPH.
Yeah, yeah. I think that now after this recording, I mean, I think I cooked with some good ideas, but man, I can't believe we
My
missed out
favorite
on
idea
Fatal
of yours
Fuel,
today,
Harold.
I will say this. It was definitely the mindset that the kid would never learn colors. I thought that was like, that was mind blowing. I always thought they would. I was like, oh, eventually they'll find the color blue, but you didn't think so. And I was like, oh shit, dude. I need to
Will
reevaluate
Car
this.
ever beat Quartzark? Find out next time on
Find out next time, guys. The
Oh,
hypothetical
Doriki.
corner.
Oh my god. Dude, if this squirrel's name is Doriki, I'm gonna be on. I might fly to Oda. I might
You
fly.
call
That would
dad.
get me. Doriki's such a good pull if it is that.
It's such a good pull. It's not going to be the case.
Yeah, it's
It's
fine,
it's
fine.
oh.
It's just like a.
What if Oda wants to pay homage to like one of his best friends, and it's actually called Stephen Paul?
Nah, don't give the. You can't give the squirrel Stephen Paul. Come on.
Come on, Steven. Speaking of which, we don't have a Steven in One Piece yet, but I unironically think we'll get a Steven in the Void Century.
Oh my god. Oh my god, on your idea that the squirrel is a person in a suit, wouldn't that make it Mosa?
No, I
Furry?
saw somebody say
Shaggy?
that. Somebody was like,
No way.
Dude, no, I'm not even joking. Somebody commented that. They said, "Oh, the squirrel is Mosa?" Question mark. I'm like, "Bro, okay, wait a minute." One of the main things with Mosa is that Loki has never met them. They use a Denden Mushi to talk. How would it ever make sense that this squirrel is Mosa, considering they're joined at the hip, brother? This goes up there with like the Shaki is dead theory.
Yeah.
Sorry,
yeah.
guys. Whoever commented that, I'm so sorry. That's a Shaki is dead theory.
The hammer's whispering out of its butt so Loki can't hear it, and it's the snail has never been talking. It's always just been the hammer whispering as if, and Loki thought it was. It's kind of like in this chapter, Loki's just like, who is throwing this hammer around? Like he thinks he's going crazy. The squirrel thought that was really, really funny. It's kept up the gag for the last like 8 years of imprisonment. Because like when you're in prison, you gotta do some silly shit. This is the silly shit, right?
Yeah, this is how he stays preoccupied.
Yeah. I mean, their arms are tied, their legs are tied. What can they do?
It's definitely a theory. I just love.
No, it's not. No, it's don't say that's an insult to me.
This is definitely a Par theory. Something he would cook up on the
no,
side.
No,
it goes up there with the Doriki theory that he cooked up.
Leaking. I see. This is the extent I'll go. I came into this video saying that, Sai, what if we end the year off with the greatest theories of all time? And we might be doing it. And we kind of touched on it, but what if we start theorizing about Stephen Paul's translations? Because we don't have the Viz translations right now. So we were like, which translations do you fuck up? But I did it in a positive way, guys. You can't say I hate him. I literally said he might be the hero that saves us the last minute from
the God Knight slander.
Garbage. Yeah. Like, that's not saving me directly, but like, I do think it'd be saving the story a little bit if he goes like, just insert an entire. He just AI puts another manga page in between.
God. Yeah. So
the missing page.
You gotta think about that one moment where Loki was like, "Oh, Mosa, is it happening again? Is it that place?" And then Ragnar's right beside him as he's saying that. It's like, how does that even work?
No, and even better, it's like, you're not going to hear from me for a while. I'm about to crash. What did he say? It's like, I'm about to crash out or some shit. You gave me courage.
Yeah, you've given me courage to do something I couldn't do before, Loki.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Ragnar's like right beside him, just whispering.
And is capable of beating Harald into submission. Into so much submission, he needs like a literal god to possess him and then influence his brain to then even like entertain that he is now strong enough. Like, I can't with that line. That line needs to be in an SBS. Like,
such Oda, a fire line, dude.
Are you sure? That's it. Someone in Japan, if you're listening, can you just ask Oda, are you sure? Like, that's it.
We joke about just like saving the God Knights, but I don't think there's any saving them because like I've seen 3 different translations for this chapter. They all say the same thing, essentially.
Yeah. I know. Cooked. It's just I gave up on that.
So Stephen Paul would have to like actually add in headcanon to save the God Knights.
Yeah. Even Fiso is like, there is a world where you could say we slice.
I mean, you can message him since on your
in.
Blue Sky account.
What do you mean Blue Sky account?
Didn't you make one?
What do you? I mean, I make everything. I made Twitter the day it was Twitter. Like, Twitter existed.
Last I recall, you were like a big Blue Sky fan.
Why would I be a Blue Sky fan?
I don't know. I remember you just said it.
I don't even respond to you sometimes.
And I was like, man, Par loves Blue Sky. I tell all my friends that.
The only social media, I don't even use it. I turn off notifications now. With Snapchat, but that's just because it's my friends.
Yeah.
But, like, social media sucks ass. If I was not a content creator, I would not have Twitter. I would not have Instagram. Oh, maybe I have to have Instagram because my wife posts family pictures. God, every time she's like, "Do you want to collab on this thing?" It's like, yeah, it's my son, of course. Like, do I have an option? It's like, why are you asking at this point? But yeah, that's a silly one. Don't have TikTok. Honestly, what's funny? The other day I was like, is MySpace still a thing?
I think it is, but nobody really uses it.
Shit.
It came back
is it
to
an app?
again.
That's the question. If it's just a browser thing, then hell no. But like,
I think it's an app.
Shit. That's sad. That's like Craigslist at this point.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Yeah. Facebook Marketplace is
I saw
too OP.
A lot of people leaving for Blue Sky because Twitter now introduced a feature where like if you upload a picture, I believe you could just instantly edit it with Grok. And then I think some Japanese mangakas were like, I'm leaving because I don't want people to edit my artwork. But
Oh, that's different though.
it's different, but also
Yeah.
it's kind of, funny, sad, whatever you want to call it, based on how you feel about it. People are saying, oh, they're at Blue Sky, so I just downloaded the account, or made an account, downloaded their images, and brought it back to Grok so I could edit their images. I was like,
Yeah,
at the end of the day, like,
it-
AI is gonna take over. Like, it's almost inevitable.
Yeah. I was saying it's different because it's like because for me, Twitter's like the least supportable platform, mainly because it's the most egregious one in terms of incentivizing rage bait, and rage bait is the bane
Oh,
of
yeah.
content creation. It is the worst thing, and that is the sole reason why I just tweet one time. But even that, like, I've considered, I was like, yeah, this doesn't really matter. But then some people do like it, and they do come in, and I see that, and I'm like, okay, if 5 people like the tweet and all 5 of them show up and stream and talk, then it's worth it. That's 100% hit ratio for that. So it's like, yeah, then it's fine. But like, if you're niche on Twitter, like, one of my high school friends, I asked him, I was like, oh, what social media do you use? Because he used to work at Facebook, so like none of my friends use social media, and him was a funny one because it's like he worked at Facebook, so it's one of those things like social media person doesn't work at social media, and he hit me with Twitter. I'm like, what? Why do you use Twitter? And I was like, that's so. And he's like, oh, I use it for Magic the Gathering, and I was like, what? Magic the Gathering? He's like, yeah, I followed 200 ranked players. I was like, what? On Twitter? And I was like, yeah, that's not like using Twitter. That's different. You're using Magic the Gathering and they just gather on Twitter. That's not the same thing as using Twitter. But yeah, for like the mangakas who are like, they are using it for like a business point of view. Like, yeah, there's certain things you don't want to support. If I wouldn't want to support, if I had motion, like, I don't have motion as part vision, right? But if I had motion, yeah, I'm not going to support rage bait platform incarnate. That's kind of insane. But like, as far as leaving because Grok can do that, that's crazy because like every AI can do that.
Yeah, and like just going on a different platform isn't going to stop anything. I mean, if they could just take a screenshot, it's just going to happen no matter what. I guess just like making it a little bit tougher, I guess, is the main thing. But the tough part is just screenshotting, which everybody
depending on where they go. I mean, I don't really care. True Social, Blue Sky, all this shit's kind of crazy. But like, if so,
just wait till Netflix opens up a social app.
I don't think I ever need Netflix. I mean, Netflix is already doing some nut stuff, but I don't think I ever need justification for anyone to leave Twitter. But
oh yeah,
like, as far as what they are saying and saying it for, I was like, yeah, I don't think that's a good reason to leave, but hey, leave Twitter. That's a good thing to do. Like, don't do that. Like, don't be on Twitter. It's not healthy for you, and it's like not a good place. Like, it's like, imagine going outside and going to the mall and everyone's trying to piss you off and they get paid. That's what Twitter is. And that's a crazy dystopian logic like that. Unironically, as bad as the other platforms are, they still didn't even go that far, which is like insane.
When it comes to Twitter,
about,
I just post my memes, or not my memes, but like I'll see a funny joke and I'm like, I'll just repost that here. But people also don't like it when you repost their jokes. It's like, I mean, it's funny though. I mean, come on, got to share with the world. Yeah. Like the haki knot thing, man, it's keeping me alive. I live for the God Knight slander and the haki knot stuff. It's agenda piece is just so funny, man.
I just don't get why like people like Speed and Beast like take Twitter seriously. Like when I'm like, yeah, woo, One Piece, cool. But why are they fighting Twitter dudes? Aren't they the most in the know content creators? Don't they know what Twitter, like, how do they not know how to interact with Twitter? Don't you guys realize
they're
yelling into the abyss about
like
Mihawk
Shanks versus Mihawk debates?
Yeah, it's level 1 rage bait, not even for One Piece.
It's just one of those conversations you have to have at least once, though. It happens.
Yeah, that's fair. It's just that what I saw, because I was like, is it just that or is it more than that? And then I saw after the chapter, I was like, oh, it's more than that. They're actually like engaging with some of this. I'm like, guys, you're the biggest content creators. You guys can't be this silly. Like, don't take Twitter seriously. None of us should. Like, you post there, cool. It's a platform that people are there, fine. But why are you taking people who are out going out of the way to use your clout to rage bait you and be like, oh my god, my tweet pissed off Mr. Beast. Now I made 10 cents. I'm so awesome. That's literally what Twitter is, guys. Like, and that's what happened. Like, some dude made $1 off of Speed because he was like, yeah, Mihawk is so much stronger than Shanks that Mihawk's the one who ate Shanks' arm. And Speed's like, did you even read? Like, that's the type of shit you're gonna get on Twitter. I'm not even making it up.
The best Shanks slander I've seen, minus the hockey knot stuff, people are saying that Shanks is trying to duck a fight from Gecko Moria by making his shadow smaller so he got his arm eaten. He gave up the arm so his shadow could get smaller, bro. I said, bro, stop. That's crazy.
Yeah. Like, hey,
harder for Moria to manipulate.
It's
not wrong.
It's just, I'm only frustrated with Speed and Beast because there's a content creation part. I get the One Piece conversations. Like everyone
They're just human
gotta
at the
get
end of the day,
baptized a little bit.
I think you're expecting a little bit too much.
Oh yeah. Because all you need to do is be. Yeah, no, actually, all you need to do is be human to see that Twitter is a cesspool of non-humanness. Like that's literally that's the whole reason why the location thing.
It's I can't blame them.
Not Twitter. Hey, what do you do? Sorry. What happens when someone replies to you? What's the first thing you check? Don't you check the new feature of where they're located to filter out? That's not all platforms, brother. That's not all platforms.
That's such a beautiful feature,
I guarantee you. It is, but Twitter uniquely needs that way more than anyone else because of how abusive it can get. Those farms are making mad money, and it's not that I can't shit on it. It's just like
sometimes if I see a dumb reply,
for getting rage baited,
which I don't reply to anybody on Twitter really. So I apologize. Positive or negative, I never really reply. I don't take the time to do it, but sometimes when I'll see a reply that's so egregious, first thing I do, check the location. Where are they based? Where are they based off of?
Yeah, you need to. 100%. If you're taking Twitter, if you want to be taking the things, because like I always, I try to respond, but I always like at this point, especially because I'm less in the space, when I see someone put not effort, everyone puts effort to a certain extent. When people put effort into their comment, like they're referencing something or they're like trying to explain a thought, I know that's like, I'm going to, if I see it, I'm gonna respond to it, right? And the thing is, like on Twitter, it got to a point where it's like, I was like telling my wife about this, like when ChatGPT became a thing, it got to a point where you had to filter out who's using ChatGPT from another fandom to figure out what happened in the latest chapter and make up nonsense, and then you're just like, what is this guy on? He doesn't know anything. And then you find out, no, he's just like a Yu Yu Hakusho fan that you just pissed off, and he came out of his coffin, and then he just wants to shit on Luffy, and he's just pissing you off, and he got 10 cents for it. That's literally that's an actual
making
example.
Money
I'm not
out
making
there.
that up. It's like it's that. Yeah, oh god, it's just so the depth of depravity is endless. But yeah, the fact. It's a good thing they put the location thing because now you can figure out who's botting, and then you can also maybe be like, yeah, maybe I'm not going to go to that state because this guy's here. Because like maybe some people aren't bots and they are unironically worse than the bots.
Like there was one guy who got really upset about the hockey knot thing, just the meme, and he's like, where is this from? What chapter? What panel? He was like just really upset. And I checked the location. I just laughed. I was like, okay, moving on. I was like, all right, cool. Makes sense. So final parts of the chapter now. Mm-hmm. King Harald says, hey, thanks for killing that village, Loki. I love killing people. I was touched by how much you loved Ida. Hurry up, it's taking over again. Loki says, I'll never forgive you, you bastard, you dirty heathen. And Harald says, love you too. And then we have the death scene. Loki's crying. We get the King Harald montage. We got like young King Harald right there just talking to Loki. Yeah, it's Loki. Yeah, he's talking to Loki. And then we get another scene of just random ass kids. We've never seen these kids before, mind you. Like, where are they?
Let me see this.
Yeah, the bottom left panel.
My computer did that weird thing where it just like turned off.
Oh my
for,
god.
Like mad long.
Yeah, bottom left panel, we get like 3-4 kids that we've never seen before. Not like they matter. I think it's just like randoms, like ELBAPH's future. So that's cool. Harold's just looking out for all of them. But also in Harold's final moments, he does say that he wants Loki and Hiredin to rule together again. Like, you guys can change ELBAPH, make the future better. He doesn't say Hiredin, like, by name. He just says your brother. But that's awesome, dude. I love it. We need Hiredin to, like, come back in here. Now that he's learned the full story, I think things will change.
Do you think I'm gonna be on my own boat on this, and I'm not saying this to convince anybody to agree with me. I'm not saying this to that because like I think
he's raid baiting.
Whatever. No, it's not. No, it's not rage. No, I'm getting rage baited.
What are you gonna say?
By Dory and Brogy, bro. Do you think that if Dory and Brogy were not on that goddamn island, do you think that they could have dispatched Harald together? Together. Do you think they could have?
So far, they have no haki whatsoever that we've seen.
Wait, Hakoku sovereignty isn't haki?
Not confirmed to be haki, no.
Okay. Okay.
Their Hakoku sovereignty, not confirmed to be haki. It could be if we see it again, but
the Conquerors.
Yeah, we've never seen it. No Conquerors, no armament haki, no observation haki. And
so when
in
they
all
said
the
like
livery cards we have, nothing confirmed.
So when they said the poem at the end of the thing, and they said like our arms can pierce everything except the red dripped serpent thing, do you think they would pass the test? Would they give this squirrel CTE together?
Dorian Brogy beating Ragnir? I don't think they can.
Bro, Dorian and Brogy are in such a sad position in life because like they just dicked off on an island, and they were Harold's best friends. They abandoned him for 100 years, and look what happened
some bullshit
to him.
fish,
he just
bro.
needed a friend.
Like what? Like
yeah?
No, not fish. Like dinosaurs, right?
I hate those guys.
Dinosaurs.
I hate them. After seeing Harold's backstory, I'm like, because they're sitting there like 100 years is no big deal to a giant. 100 years of friend is gone. That's such nonsense. Usopp. Okay, it even goes to Usopp. Usopp thinking that's cool. Once he gets Harold's story, he has to sit them down. Like you guys royally.
I don't know if Harold
abandon your friend.
Harold's tale. I don't think Usopp will hear it.
Yeah, I mean it's like Law's story to them.
Yeah.
All he's gonna.
It's like Law's backstory. He told it to nobody, bro. he just made it up so that the audience would feel bad.
Yeah, he told us to the one guy that doesn't sleep through.
What's another story?
Out of this thing. Luffy's asleep.
Remember,
Luffy's asleep.
Otohime's story, right? About Fishman Island. Luffy doesn't know. Only Nami, Sanji, and Frankie know, and that's it. None of the other Straw Hats know about it.
Yeah. Yes, unless like Nami, I think like it's like non-canon, but like Nami writes shit down and Brooke reads it, and like Robin writes. But
that's that's non-canon. I mean, the Straw Hats don't even know about the X on Luffy's arm being a Vivi thing. Remember, they saw in the newspaper, they're like, "Huh, this is weird."
Good pull. Oh, that's a good one. You're right. That completely discounts that movie.
So this flashback, like Usopp will never hear it unless they just tell it again later. But this is such a devastating story. I don't think they're gonna say anything about this outside of like this area.
It could be they just skipped the chapter, like Skype skipper. Like they just skipped that chapter. It might be that they read it, but like so it doesn't mean that.
Oh my god, it's like the Wiper flashback, right? With Noland and Calgara. Like nobody got that one. Literally none of the Straw Hats got that flashback, bro.
Well, he didn't have that flashback. No, technically, no one had that flashback. It was the old guy.
Well, okay. The reason I brought up Wiper is because Wiper asked the old man who Calgara was. Yeah. And then that's when we got the flashback.
Yeah.
But yeah, none of the Straw Hats know about Nolan or Calgara at all. For all they know, like Nolan's still like a little bit of a liar.
Yeah.
Maybe they're like, oh, he didn't lie about Skypiea, but he lied about everything else, though. I mean, let me tell you.
For all Usopp knows is that giants are just lame. There's no reason for it.
Imagine Usopp he starts talking shit about King Harold because he doesn't know the backstory. King Harald was a awful king, huh?
Yeah, Loki's like, what'd you say? You know, you gotta say it louder, huh?
Yeah, doesn't know the backstory,
That'd be
man.
crazy.
Oh, how would you
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
if this entire
We'd be
time...
sending Usopp into a backstory.
How'd you feel about
What
this?
happened?
The entire time this flashback has been going on, the Denda and Mushi that Loki has connected to all the ELBAPH ones, and everybody on the island heard this.
That's how it should be.
And
That's how it should be. Scopper needs to be doing
everybody. Because they're all crying.
Okay. Okay. Oh.
Dorian
Sai
Brody.
is Shakespearean writing.
We cut back over to Dorian Brody and they're crying. No! King Harry!
If only we were here for you. If only we returned home. If only we dummy reversied, as some would say. Some Latino, no, I'm not gonna say Latinx, but yeah, like that. Yo, honestly, I would. It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. That's some Shakespearean level, like convenient.
Just like 99% of the
device.
things we say in these videos, it's not gonna happen.
But Scopper should. Gerd should. They should. Those two specifically. Because Gerd is like super sympathetic towards Loki. She literally like, I'm so glad you have a friend. You know what I mean? Like despite her not knowing the truth, she seems the most like
normal.
Recognizing of like there's more to Loki, there's more to ELBAPH, there's more to it. I'm not gonna damn him for like whatever I don't know, you know what I mean? And that's like a realer
thing with Loki
thing.
Loki was a menace when he was a kid, but it seems like when he became a teenager, he was fine, right?
Yeah,
like he had like a bad 7 years where he was like a madman, but literally when Ida entered his life, he kind of became tame. Like I don't know why so many giants still hate Loki. That's like a holding a grudge against a kid. It's like, I mean, as a teenager, he didn't really do raids anymore, did he?
We talked about this with Harald in mind too. Not Harald, Hiredin. Because we were just like, so what is Hiredin upset about? Because like, is he talking about like 5-year-old Loki? And then for the next like 60 years, nothing happened? Because if that's the case, then get over it, right? Like,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure
you lived with him for all those years,
like,
essentially. It's like, yeah, why do you hold this grudge?
And Harald, who's never home, was able to put 2 and 2 together. Like, Ida died. Loki's mom's village burned down. Loki murdered all of them. Why did he do that? And Harold's here like, I can really tell how much you cared about your stepmom. Or whatever. I guess stepmom, right?
Yeah.
And like, Hiredin's out here carrying. Hiredin might be a little. No. He might be a lot more. A lot worse than Kaido and Big Mom. Like Kaido's out here holding a grudge against Rocks, and the Rocks pirates like, pirates abandon you. They betray you, brother. Open your eyes. That's not Rocks. Like I don't know who needs to hit you. But like you didn't get hit as a kid and it's showing right now. Like Rocks hit you one time and you got upset. And Hiredin is kind of the same, I feel like. Because it's like, yeah, a 5-year-old said your mom had dirty blood. You know what else? Everybody on the island did too, including your dad. Technically, because he didn't let her in the island. Your dad was so powerful enough to just kill everybody and let Ida be in the thing, and he didn't. So like, yeah, you're mad at the 5-year-old, but you shouldn't be mad that he made fun of your mom. You should be mad that he beat your ass. Like you should be trying to not get your ass beat, and then that's fine. Because if Loki continued it, then I could get Hiredin. You know what I mean? If he continued to use his strength to bully Hiredin into submission and then like gloat all over him, but when? Oda didn't show me that. Like, I don't know if we need another, like a 60-year flashback now from Hiredin. Like, now is my perspective.
Yeah, now is my perspective. And it's just Loki beating him up every single day.
Yeah, like, unless we get that, from what I saw, it stopped very early on. And then if you take, like, giant, like, delayed development into account, he's, like, 2. Like, I don't even, like, he's like the brain of a 3-year-old. Like, you're just getting upset at the 3-year-old making fun of you. like, you know, it's kind of wild that Hiredin I was on the right side of history with Hiredin. I stayed Hiredin hater, and Oda gave me
his story is really silly. I feel like there's got to be more to it, but I believe in Hiredin's future.
Okay, I said it wrong. Okay. I'm not a Hiredin hater. I'm just a non-believer in Hiredin stocks. And there's just Oda's just never gave in this entire, I think in the entirety of ELBAPH after the Moose, which he didn't even solo. There's not been a single like positive.
Hiredin is like the God Knights of ELBAPH. he's the God Knight out of all the giants. There we go. That's the best way to put it.
You're right.
Him and his crew.
No, you're 100%. No, you're 100% right. And the reason why I'm saying that is because there's a reason why when Dami Reversi got introduced, the first thing I thought was Hiredin's going to Vegeta this, take the mark so he can triple in size and finally beat Loki's ass. And at that time, I'm like, let's see Hiredin, let's rumble. But now that we got the backstory, I would beat Hiredin's ass if that's what he would do. You're not Vegeta. Vegeta was justified. He was the prince of his planet. It got blown up, and this random hillbilly is stronger than you. Like, there's a crash out. And for years, this hillbilly just constantly like, haha, Super Saiyan 2 now, ha. And then, like, it's just pissing you off, and I get it, Vegeta. But at the end of the day, Vegeta still didn't let, he used it. And if you're trying to make me believe that Hiredin could do that, he's not cool enough to do that. Vegeta was always cool, but Hiredin's never been cool. The coolest he's been was breaking his arm against Mach Vice. And I think Harald would be like, oh, God, that's my son. That's my son. Gago son. Like, he would be like, yeah. He'd be like reluctantly rooting for him, you know? God, at least he scored a goal. You know?
I think he will pull that Vegeta. He will master Domi Reversi. And Imu's going to be so confused. And then it's going to click. He says, oh no, I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have tried to have Domi Reversi'd him. He has awoken after 900 years. King Hiredin gets up. And boom, it's revealed.
King Hiredin? Harald gave the throne to Loki in this chapter, Sai. How much more slant? Like, you're making a fanfic. Like, you did the correct thing. Hiredin should be king. Oda shot you in the foot right now. Loki, you must be king. Rule over everyone. I know you're strong enough for Ragnir, for the mythical fruit, for him to kill me, to rule. Oh my god. And the thing on that note, it's like, yeah, like he did call Hiredin to the castle. But you know what's funny? He didn't know that Hiredin wasn't home. The guards had to tell him, like, hey, wait, King, you didn't know your son wasn't home?
Okay, he wants Loki to get along with Hiredin, though. So that probably means that they should rule together, right?
What? I ain't never heard of, like, what was it? Polyamory kingship. Like, what the fuck?
No, dude,
like,
ELBAPH runs with duos, bro. Like, it's gonna be a thing. Which, now that I think about it, Loki's Delford and Ragnir, they're probably like the ELBAPH OG duo. That's probably what started it.
Yeah. There is actually, I said polyamory kingship. That actually is a Norse thing. When there was a time Odin left Asgard or wherever for mad long, and so they didn't know if he would be coming back. And so he had, I think they're like his half brothers. They both were king and they took turns, and they both were essentially husbands to Freya or whatever, Odin's wife. So like they shared his wife while Odin was gone, and they shared the kingship. So that is, I'm pretty sure, a thing in Norse mythology. So like maybe Oda is going that route. Maybe they share Gerd, right? Like maybe or Ange, you love Ange.
If Ange still turns out to be evil, like, I'm so excited to go back to like current day ELBAPH just to see if the Ange's evil theories will actually play out well.
Of all my theories to shoot down, and you go back to the Ange one, you know what? The squirrel needs to be fed. Ange has to be doing it, and you know what? Ange being the third kid. Let's do it. Let's do it. Ange is
Bring
the
it on.
third lost child. Yeah, she takes off the mask and we just see like Kaido, but as a girl.
You know, since Emu is going around Domi reversing everybody, Ange is a prime candidate for that.
You know, and you know what's crazy about that? She technically is what a lot of readers would put blame on for the conquering of ELBAPH because she instigated the nightmares that are currently ravaging the lands.
And she personally set the library on fire at Killingham's behest.
Yeah, talk about teacher of the year. Am I right?
Yeah, and Killingham did say, good job. You've done enough.
What does that mean, Sai? What does that tell you?
It tells me that Ange might be evil. All I gotta say. But with that being said, though, guys, let us know what you think about all of this down below. We'll catch you guys later. We don't know when we'll be back because, of course, there is a crazy break and crazy schedule ahead of us. But just know that the minute you hear the God Knight horn sound, that's us.